Hello, and welcome to Tackle the Beholder, our continual campaign set in the Forgotten Realms. My name is Liam Stanfield, and I am the Dungeon Master.
Kane, Milo Kane.
Matthew Smith, Ronan Behan.
JD, Dane.
God, nerves.
I'm True, and I'm playing Jonah Pyrebrand for
He's
now.
so good at this.
For now.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm Nikki Rochelle, and I'm scared. Saren.
And I'm Bailey, and I am Vite.
That was the worst we've ever done.
Okay.
Scared.
Kane, Milo Kane.
Afraid.
We have tomorrow. 10th time's the charm.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoy the episode.
Yeah.
We hope we do too.
Ready?
Oh shit, I have 4 less hit points.
That's okay.
That sucks.
You can put it there if you want.
Sorry.
It's okay. Welcome back to the Firefly Cellar beneath Candlekeep. Where we last left our band of adventurers, you had spent the day at Candlekeep. You had been meeting the various denizens, getting some outfits, visiting temples, and just generally finally relaxing after your long and arduous journey. You begun a new day, picking up your orders at Feldmar Bissett's establishment, the Erudite Outfitters and Clothiers, before going to the Pillars of Pedagogy. Yes. Got it.
So nice.
Episode 9. The Pillars of Pedagogy, where you had begun the process of your individual research. You gave the Avowed, the various scribes and librarians, just some quick topics and ideas of which you were hoping to learn a little bit more about to solve some individual and personal problems. You then made your way to the Firefly Cellar beneath the House of Rest. Gross. Where you were met by Varnar Uvesic, the rebinder of Candlekeep. Down below, the denizens of the Firefly Cellar, including Ebder and Galeby Smallstone, Crinkle the Kenku, and
Kalula?
Katula.
Kajula.
Katula. I almost screwed myself up. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. Swallowed some tea wrong. Down there in the Firefly Cellar, you began to hum, some of you, a tune that you had picked up the night before. When suddenly Varnar Uvesic sealed the entrance to the Firefly Cellar, declaring a quarantine of this apparent return of a musical madness. The stakes of this magical malady began to pick up as you started experiencing more intense forms of confusion and generic creepiness. You chatted with one another, investigated various things. You met Galeby and started to piece together some things. We're gonna pause. You met Galeby Smallstone and discovered a couple of strange things about her, and then interrogated Ebder Smallstone a little bit. Things unraveled slowly from there until you discovered the book causing this curse, Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme. You destroyed the book, began to piece itself back together. The curse enveloped and continued to develop all of you. And with one final fixation of that last music box, you summoned the spirit himself. As the book pieced itself together, flew out of your hands into the center of the room, a terrifying cackle began to fill the air. And that is where we pick back up.
I'm so stressed.
In the center of the room, what you all see, developing before you. The book Shemshime's Bedtime Rhyme slowly revolving in the air. As you hear the clicking and whirring slow to a halt of the music box and the pieces of the mechanical wonder. As they come to a halt before and start picking up speed rapidly as the book begins to open and close. A dark mist starts to pour from it with each as it closes, until rising above it is a towering black cloud of malice and laughter. I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative.
I use my big dice this time.
I will as well.
We're in danger.
Oh no.
That's not my
Of all the times.
Of all the times.
I
I've
will
rolled so
not
well
touch
for
it.
initiative every time up until now. Worst.
Oh wait, do I have to roll again because I'm exhausted ×2 for initiative?
Initiative
Is an ability check.
is an ability
is.
check.
I
So
don't-
for those of you who have 2 levels of exhaustion, it is at disadvantage.
Rough.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Wait, this isn't mine.
No, it's not
Oh, yeah,
terrible.
it is. Oh,
You beat
that's pretty
me.
good disadvantage.
Did you do that twice?
I got 1 difference. Okay.
Did you just roll a 19 and a 20?
My second roll was
19
so
and
much
18.
higher, and that makes me so
That's
sad.
nice.
That's too bad.
Hey, Liam, remind us what the one tally does.
So the first tally has an effect where whenever you try and cast a spell, you roll a d20 and add your spellcasting ability modifier. So it's not too terribly important for some of you. But you add your spellcasting ability modifier and you're trying to beat a certain DC, otherwise the spell fails. And I also believe you have disadvantage on concentration checks.
Oh, good.
That is.
Oh, look at that little room. Look at that set.
So here we have the basement of the Firefly Cellar. The basement, I say, the final floor. There's a large table in the center and 2 tables off to the side. Where are you all placed? And
I
this
really
is
like
the
that setup.
staircase leading upward. Where at the top, after this central empty pillar, at the top is that large book.
I imagine myself right at the center, close to the book.
I was following at the back with the NPCs when we were rushing down.
Right, I was cradling Crinkle at the time.
So you all came out right about here.
So Ronan and I would be at the back together.
Yeah, I was definitely up front. I was being very direct and trying to get down to it.
As much as I hate to say it, I probably I am also.
Okay. Is you 3? You're not terribly close to the table because all this kind of happened right here and the book rushed to the center of the room. So I'm going to place you back slightly.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you all are terribly clumped up right now.
Do you have my mini?
Yeah, I do.
Ready for his ghost fireball.
This one, right? The one that we've been
That's
using
great.
as
Yeah,
a
I have an extra
placeholder.
just in case, but that's
You have an
pretty
extra.
cool. That one's better than mine.
Would you prefer to use the extra?
No, that one's better.
Okay.
This one just is one in case.
Yeah,
That's the
we'll
one that you
place
built for
you.
your werewolf, right?
Yeah, it was
Epic.
for that for Ashes of Many, my blood hunter.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Good guy. Good guy. He died.
he did die. He
All
did
the
die
good
very
ones too.
quickly.
Oh, there was the
Where are you
werewolf
placed?
partners.
I would like you to place me
She
wherever
also
seems
died.
appropriate.
Okay. I feel like you had kind of come out right about here.
Okay.
You're all kind of standing pretty near. Varnar
Actually, I was gonna bring it up.
had come to kind of right here. This is Varnar Uvesic. And because I don't have very many NPC minis, this one is Ebder Smallstone, just kind of right behind her.
Yeah,
Heimdall's on the other side
Here's
of your
a-
screen.
Heimdallheim? Yeah, my little...
Or the
No, it's fine. I'm not using Heimdallheim as Ebder Smallstone.
Oh, I see.
DM, do you need another?
No, it's all good.
I have two
In the
extra
center of the room,
Oh,
I like it.
that is malice and laughter indeed.
as the book hits the top of the table, as finally emerging the spirit of Shemsheim himself. You all see before combat initiates, just flashes in your mind as the book kind of folds in on itself, and as it opens, changes are made where there was once a mother scything off the ear and the foot of her husband. It now opens up, and you see you, Dane, choking the life out of Ebder Smallstone. It opens back up, and you see Varnar Uvesic being pulled by either arm by Jonah and Vide.
Oh, wow.
You see no changes are made to the last one, the one where you saw a small girl near a large millstone before it opens back up again. No change. And it opens up, and the spirit of Shemsheim is behind all of you, standing still. 25 to 20. 15 to 20.
19.
Not good, guys.
Not good.
Hey, we got a good action economy, hopefully, though.
At least we're all in top shape.
Is concentration check a saving throw?
Yes, a concentration check is a constitution saving throw.
Okay.
How many marks do you have?
2.
10
You
to
and I make
15.
checks for everything,
11.
pretty much.
14.
Yeah, but exhaustion actually only. It's two levels of exhaustion, right?
Yes.
Level 3 is when attack rolls and saving throws are.
Yeah.
So we only have our speed half.
You just have your speed halved and disadvantage on ability
That's
checks.
good to know.
Once you get to 6, you die.
Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, it's not easy.
10 to 5.
8.
Nice.
Yep, feeling good.
Feels great.
I have a question.
5 to 1.
4. What's your dex, Daddy?
It's 14 plus 2.
Yeah, go for it. Go first.
Go for it. Thank you.
You have a question, you said, before we initiate?
Yes, I was curious if Shemsheim was standing there or if he is flying right now.
He is flying.
He is flying, so he's elevated.
Yes, he is.
Good to know.
Geralt? That was like spot on.
Oh, thank you. Mess with
One more.
Good.
Good content, good content.
Okay. Kane, you want initiative. What do you do?
I think we need to kill this thing.
I want to be its
I'm going to
friend.
cast-
Just kidding.
Witch Bolt on Shimshan.
Okay.
Level 2.
Which bowl?
Go ahead and
Wait, sorry.
roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Oh boy.
Okay. 11.
That is exactly what you needed. You can go ahead and cast the spell. Make an attack roll against Shemsheim.
Okay, 22.
A 22. What did you roll?
17.
17? Okay. Yes, a 22 hits. So as you step up, I think we need to kill this thing. Your bracelet melts into the sphere in your hand before you blast it with an electrical arc that strikes him and is locked on him now. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. Okay, 20 points of damage.
20 points?
Yes.
Dang.
Lightning there. This is a level 2 and I rolled good. This is
Okay.
Donkey Kong is back.
Generic monkey man.
I'm skipping the song because I hate.
This is my moment.
Yep.
Alright.
So as the arc bursts around, you see it becomes kind of a miniaturized storm cloud of smoke, and there's before some of it bounces out. It's still locked on him, but some of the lightning arcs are kind of averting themselves, doing not as much damage as you thought it would do. Is that the end of your turn, or are you gonna move at all?
No.
Okay. No, isn't that's not the end of your turn, or no, you're not moving?
No, I'm not moving.
Gotcha.
That is the end of my turn.
Dane.
I would like to kind of take a step to the side. I'd like to hop up on that table right there.
You hop up.
And so how high up is he flying right now?
He is hovering above the. Let me get marker. Oh no! Do I not have it with me?
Need a little I can your
Yeah.
box.
No, I need my boxes.
Maybe these fresh dice can
dice
save.
Maybe. Can you go grab? No, I don't even know where it is. It's fine.
Oh, I have this. Oh.
Do you want a clear box?
Yes,
'Cause
please.
we can use this one too.
I normally have
nails
lots
out
of
this
these
one.
clear boxes. However, at the moment, they're all upstairs.
Does anyone have that hammer?
I'll get them later.
No, not for you.
Where it is.
Yes, we do.
So,
Oh, for you?
for the sake of this, he's hovering about 10 feet in the air.
Okay. I would like to cast a spell, and I'm checking what the components are. No components. So I.
Oh no!
It's okay. It's okay.
My bad.
Fastball.
You're so strong. If I kill him, then we don't have to fight Shimshai.
You know, I don't see any flaws in the argument.
There we go. It's floating about 15 feet in the air.
Alright. I say, sometimes it's all about your footing. And then I cast Earthbind on Shemsheim.
Okay.
Nice.
And I need him to make a strength saving throw.
First,
Yes.
roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Add my charisma mod.
Yep.
So it comes out to 8.
As you go to cast the spell, dark tendrils begin to kind of rise out of the ground, and the ground trembles a little bit before and you flinch, and the spell fails. Go ahead and mark off that spell slot.
Oh, rough.
Yep.
That's a good idea too.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, and that's my action.
Yes.
And I'd like to say, Dill, take your shot.
Will do. Go ahead and
Nah.
have Dill take his shot.
He's concussed.
Dill gets a 21 to hit.
A 21 does hit, definitely.
Okay, so he deals 1 point of damage. It does overcome magical resistance,
Okay.
and I don't assume that Shemsheim is going to worry about poison.
He is immune to poison damage.
So in that case, yeah, that's it.
Dill
Okay.
kills Shimshine.
So the arrow passes right through.
Even though it's magical?
Does it do 1 point of poison damage? Or
No, it deals 1 point of magical piercing damage.
Yes. Okay. It passes right through, and a small bit of cloud goes. dealing 1 point of damage.
I've got it.
He's dead.
He's down. He's down. Is that the end of your turn?
I hope Dill gets
Oh
the last
no!
curse.
The table's.
Like, oh,
Shemshime's too heavy. He's breaking the table.
Everyone else dies except
oh no!
Dill.
It is
Table.
Shemshime's turn.
I'll cast many.
That's
It's
good.
okay.
On his
Applause,
turn,
applause.
Shemsheim will
Oh no.
heal 5, 15, 20. As he moves there, he'll go right above there.
Whoever it was, but they're too far away.
It's that mean boy. What's his name?
I
Esco?
think it's Abdur.
Ebder. As he moves over, he is going
Are
to.
the NPCs not by me still?
No,
Or do I have just-
they're not.
Yeah, they're more than
Those-
5 feet
oh,
away from me, right?
Yeah.
You're right, you're right.
So as he moves up to right about here, you hear the cacophonous laughter start to echo around the room. Both of them. Okay. You see Ebder fall to his feet and as he gets up.
Abdur, but you were such a nice guy.
Oh no. Ebder falls prey to the whispers of violence.
Oh boy.
Vide,
Sometimes I fall prey to the whispers.
Vide, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not gonna.
Did you roll twice?
No,
Okay. I was like, I thought I heard 2 rolls.
it's gonna be a 6.
6 does not succeed. So, as Ebder kind of reaches out to you and dark tendrils shoot out from his hands, latching onto you.
Is that a spell? On attack?
It is a spell.
Good.
You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and you fall prone.
Ruby.
Boy.
Varnar kind of clutches her head a little bit before. No! And that will be. He will. 5, 10. Yeah, that'll be the end of his turn.
The advance.
Moving on to V-Day with Saren on deck. As the sharp pains are now wearing off from Ebder's attack on you.
So standing up is going to take all of my movement because my movement is halved already.
No, it is going to half the half of your movement, leaving you with 5 feet.
Rough.
So I'll stand up.
Okay. As you get up completely exhausted, you can barely rise to your feet.
Is there anything within? I mean, can I reach?
You can reach Ebder.
At this point, does Ebder,
that would be in character.
at this point, does Ebder seem beyond saving?
You look at him and you see a maddening glint in his eyes as he continues to laugh at you and preparing a next round of strikes.
Okay. Looking up. Compared, just for scale, compared to the size of this, we're on the bottom floor, correct?
Yep.
Compared to the size of this bottom floor, how big is the book?
The book is about... Let me get a sticky note for reference. For reference, the size of the book is this big.
And it is up at the top.
Yeah, it is about
20 feet.
50 feet in the air. 50.
Oh, holy smoke.
Is that accessible?
I am going to,
Wait, the ceiling. Is
while
50 feet?
while panicking.
The ceiling is 60 feet in the air. The book is 50 feet.
Got it. How high is Shemshine?
Shimsheim is 15 feet off the ground.
Got it.
He's blazed.
While panicking, not really knowing what to do.
Sorry, 10 feet, not 15.
Okay.
V-Day's eyes start to glow as two large golden ethereal wings sprout from his back.
Ooh.
And he jumps 5 feet in the air, because that's all I can go. He appears to be heading for the book.
As you launch yourself just barely off the ground, we'll go ahead and use this mini for V-Day.
Ooh.
Now I think I will need you to go upstairs and get that bag full of height markers.
Angelic.
So technically I'm not out of Ebder's reach.
No, you are
correct?
not out of his reach.
Cool.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Saren, it's you to go.
So,
With
question,
Jonah on deck. Yes.
are there any outcroppings or anything halfway up the ceiling to get to the book?
Well, so there's the entirety of the staircase, and it's an open staircase, so there's like an opening here, like about like 25 feet up, and then there's another one, another 25 feet above that.
Okay. I'm thinking I want to, if I see him start flapping, I mean, obviously I'm going to gasp and be like, wings? You know, have a freak out moment as he grows magic wings that I have not seen before. But if I see him kind of heading up, I would... Never mind, I don't know that there's a structural integrity problem.
Not really.
I'm gonna...
Cover me.
I'm gonna
Say it's a free
kind of
action.
back up on the stairs, but more for a archery aim situation instead of, so like I can kind of be there to help cover him instead of going for the book as well.
Okay, so you're
'Cause I
back.
don't want him in a game.
You're backing up the stairs,
Yeah.
so you can go about 30 feet up. You want to go? Okay, so you can put you right about there.
And then I'm gonna take a shot at Shim Shine
Perfect.
with my bonus action star hand.
Okay, go ahead and take a shot. As you're running up the stairs and you reach into your quiver, you pull out an arrow which starts to heat up and glow.
15 to hit.
A 15 does hit.
Okay. That's good to know.
Wait, did you just throw that arrow?
What?
No, she begins knocking it in her bow.
I see. I think you're just like.
That would be
That's
sick.
pretty cool.
That would be sick.
With the starry stuff.
Yeah. Do you know where the other ones could be, Liam?
Nice.
They're in a plastic bag. I don't know. I can check in a minute. If we end up needing it, we'll just pause.
You mean 19 points of damage, and half of that is force or radiant. I'm not sure what we decided.
Force.
Force.
If
Yes.
you're
It's force damage, yes.
I wasn't sure if we flavored that or
Yep,
not,
yep,
but
yep.
you're right. Think of something else. Just
Half of it
19.
was what you said,
Force, and
and then piercing.
yes.
Okay. So it was 8 and 8. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Or it'd be
So-
9 and 9, right? 'Cause 19.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
bump it down.
9 and 9. So. Perfect. Okay. As you fire the arrow and it passes through, you see the arrow enter and then exit the shadowy form of Shemsheim. The glow of it gone as it passes through. Before the glow kind of bursts on the inside with a. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. Moving on to Jonah with Ronan on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna take out Rift Cutter and just like Obi-Annie it a couple times, getting ready to use the teleport. Bloody. I'm going to go. It's been an honor, and then I'm gonna cut through to open the rift and teleport to just on the other side of him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to do it like in the air, like the teleport to that spot just a little higher. Yeah. I mean, I'm about to fall, but
Right.
yeah.
Just for the marker.
For the flavor, yes, I love it. And I'll use the bonus action attack with the teleport, which will be, a nat 19.
Nice.
So 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice. And then I'll deal. Okay. That's 10 points of magical slashing.
Okay.
And then, as I'm falling, I'll take my action attack.
Okay. You can go ahead and do so. It's a single attack, so you're good.
Yes. Ooh.
Before
10.
10 misses. So with the first one, as you kind of step out of the portal and you hit it with a kind of a backslash, and then you're facing the wrong way because you kind of backslash, so you can't quite get over there. But then go ahead as you fall 10 feet. Yeah, you're fine. It's 10 feet.
Cool.
You kind of land and. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
We're going to pause for a second.
Cool.
Because I really need to get my height markers. I forgot about those.
Sounds good.
He's what? Wait, it is on me, I believe.
We're back. Yes.
Get that thing off the board.
Put that thing back where it came.
We're back.
So how
Now it's being my turn.
Yep.
Ronan is still cradling Crinkle in his arms, and the small tear is starting to steam away from his cheek as he lays Crinkle back down. And then grabbing for his hammer, he's going to cast Magic Weapon on it as a bonus action.
Okay.
The hammer, for flavor purposes, I got a 15 for my spell check.
You're good?
The hammer catches on fire pretty much. Just nice. To match his shield, which is not out yet. He is also going to pick up is there a small rock or pebble I could find on the ground?
Nope.
No, nothing like
This is
that.
a
About like a discarded book or something?
Sure.
There's
Anything like an item that's small.
there are shelves all around you. You could probably turn around and grab one immediately.
Yeah, I'll just grab a book then, and I'm casting light on it and throwing it at the shadow.
Okay. Is light a concentration spell?
It is.
It is indeed.
So is magic weapon?
Yes. Oh, is light a magic? Dang it!
Light is concentration.
Stinky fart.
Actually, no, because light's.
Light is not concentration.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
I don't think it is because I would
That's
have.
fine.
Like,
I'm just checking.
Dancing lights is.
It is.
concentration.
It is not concentration.
I
Okay.
got mixed up.
Good idea. I'm gonna double check.
That's why light is better than dancing lights because it's not concentration. But
Okay.
dancing
Either way,
lights
I'm
is
gonna
so
roll to
cool.
check
It
real
is
quick.
so cool.
Because it is a cantrip. You are fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sick. Because I got a bad roll.
Just
So
now.
I'm casting it on the book. The
Okay.
book starts to glow a radiant 20-foot light from the center of it. It's a 20-foot radius, just so you know, DM.
Okay.
I'm throwing it at the shadow. I don't expect it to hurt it, although that'd be cool. I'll kind of aim at it. But the goal is really to end up in the wall and kind of be like, light, run away.
End up on the wall.
Not on the wall, but like just on the floor, like just to be, be
Okay.
a
So
source of
you're
light.
you're throwing it like right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that it goes.
So as
Just to make him uncomfortable.
you throw the
if
book-
he is uncomfortable with that
Yeah, you
stuff.
throw the book into the corner there. As you kind of toss it and it enters through, the bright light blinks out. And then comes out, it's bright again.
Epic.
But it was completely...
All right. Smothered in
Deceptive.
darkness.
Yep.
Good to know. Thank you.
That is your entire action economy, correct?
I'm not gonna. Well, I'll stand up, but I'm not gonna move.
Okay, fine.
Oh, I'm gonna hand move.
Is that the end of your turn, Ronan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On their turn, Varnar is going to flee this way. No, she can't move that far. 5, 10, 15. It's unfortunate. And Ebder kind of... I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You want to help out sometime?
I'm a little bit. He will go ahead and attempt seeing... Yeah, no, he'll take a moment to 5, 10,
Poor Ed.
15. He can only
Honestly.
move. He moves about this far. When he kind of turns and he starts to prepare something.
Okay.
You can see as he kind of sits there and he kind of starts tracing something into the palm of his hand and whispering under his breath. That is the end of his turn. And Varnar, yeah, Varnar can't do much. She kind of, yeah, no, she can't do much from here. She will also just kind of prepare her action. We're back up at the top with Kane.
All right. I'd like to move 15 feet to my left, which is your right, as far as I can go away from everybody else. Maybe on top of the table if I can. But
Right about here, there is Dane on top of the table right here.
oh, I was talking about the big one in the middle.
Okay, you can move right on top of it, I think.
Yeah.
The grain stone.
Do I need to climb up it?
No, it's just you're fine. You can just barely get there with all of your movement.
Okay. And then while
I forgot where you were. I think you were right here though, and that's 15 feet exactly to get on the table.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah. Well, as I'm doing that, I'll just intensify my witch bolt as I'm running.
okay,
Kind of like I'm running like in a half circle and doing this at the same time. It's like,
okay, yeah.
and he will take
Oh, we're so cool.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Poison.
As the arc begins to kind of peter out a little bit before you renew it with force. Yeah, knocked over a bunch of shit. Cool. Anything else?
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. As you sit there locked in... Sit down, you. As you sit there kind of locked in position with Shemsheim, you... As it turns over towards you. We'll move on to Dane's turn.
Okay, I would like to jump off and run towards the stairs
Okay. 5.
and run up the stairs so I can be like on the same height as Shemsheim.
You have 25 feet of movement, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you get here with your movement speed.
Okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. I would like to dash.
That's what I was thinking when I hear that.
You get right about there, and you're just barely, like, not really under him. You're not level with him, but you're able to. You could reach out and kind of touch the smoke.
Okay. And I would like Dill to use his action to take the help action
Okay.
to give.
Pretty sure the help action has to be to an adjacent creature.
Yeah. So he's gonna fly around, and he's gonna take the help action to give Saren advantage on her next attack.
He cannot. How far can he fly?
He has a fly speed of 40 feet.
Okay. You can just barely get up to Saren with 40 feet, so. Dill will take the help action as you feel kind of land on your shoulder. All right, archer to archer. What's our next move? Is that the end of your turn, Dane?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I get
You a bug.
Yeah. Squash.
Just kidding.
As he turns,
Flicks him.
Siren would be destroyed if she accidentally killed you.
Nikki would be destroyed. I'm happy I get to be buddies with Bill.
Kane, as you have run up kind of to the table and you stand on it. Shemsheim's bedtime rhyme is under your feet at this time. It is.
Oh, maybe that's not good actually.
Yeah. So there's a as he flies down towards you.
Oh no.
I need you.
Oh.
Step on his, rub your dirty feet on the book a little bit.
Yeah, you like that?
Does a 15 hit your armor class? Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. In addition to taking. You take 15 points of psychic damage as this cloud passes through you completely. What was your wisdom save?
A 6.
A 6? Okay. Go ahead and mark a third tally.
Oh, that's bad. Should I do that before or after I make my concentration check?
You should do it after. So go ahead and make a as you took how many points I said? You took 12.
Okay.
Wait, 15. So go ahead and roll a constitution saving throw.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay.
How much damage do you take?
He took 15, so that's a success. Right. So you maintain concentration on it.
I'm the worst.
Lucky,
I know I
lucky.
am. Don't we have disadvantage on concentration?
Not yet. I would now because I have my.
But I
third.
thought we
no,
did from the first.
no, from the first one. You're right.
Oh,
Okay,
the
so
first
I'm
one-
just making sure.
Oh, no, you don't have
I
disadvantage.
thought the first
on,
one was on spell attack.
You did say that for
Yeah.
the first tally, you got
It's
disadvantage on
concentration checks.
checks.
So go ahead and roll another one.
Sorry
If it's
about
lower,
that.
if it's lower than that number, then we'll see.
It is.
Okay, how much lower?
4.
4. Yeah, that is.
I'm sorry, bro.
That is. So you, as this
Can't have the-
billowing cloud passes through you,
The comment section rip us apart.
I'm more afraid of the comment section.
as the cloud passes through you, you can't help but gasp a little bit, and there's a as you can no longer breathe, only momentarily as it passes out. You lose concentration on Witch Bolt, so the lightning flickers out, and we will get to that third tally when we get there.
That's the worst.
That is what does the third tally?
Then
Then. Oh
Disadvantage
no.
on
Another level
living.
of exhaustion with you.
Oh dear.
Well, that's for exhaustion, but this is. The
nope, that will be the end of his turn.
Good.
He will actually back away like that, so he leaves your combat range.
Okay, I'd like to make an opportunity attack against him
Okay.
with my. As a bonus action. No, it's not my turn.
It is not your turn; it's your reaction.
All right, so then I'll try to hit him with my sword.
Okay.
Anyway,
Roll a d20.
4.
4. Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. I got a 10.
Okay.
12 actually.
A 12. Okay. A 12 misses Varnar as you draw your blade, you said?
Yeah.
So as you draw the blade and you go to swing behind before. Does the shadow have a name? In a scary kind of sing-songy voice, you slash down at Varnar. And it misses right past her. Oh no. That's the end of your turn.
Okay.
Shemsheim's turn, sorry. V-Day with Saren on deck.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep moving up. I'll use my action to dash so I get
Okay.
30 feet.
You move up 30 feet. But you... this is a little higher than you are right now, but we will put you right up.
Oh!
V-Day's
Featherfall.
dead.
No, I have Featherfall.
Featherfall.
I picture your Featherfall just sprouting little wings out of our shoes and then fluttering down.
That is cute.
Either that or Umbrella comes out of nowhere. We're like,
Well, she casts it out of her cloak, so her cloak kind of turns into a parachute.
I will
Yeah.
also.
But I do like
yeah.
those ideas, yes.
I took 6 points of necrotic damage from.
Yep.
I am resistant.
That's right.
Necrotic,
Okay,
so I
so you
took
healed up 3. Okay.
Do I take an opportunity attack from him?
From who? From Ebder.
He
no,
attacked me last.
you do not take an opportunity attack
Okay.
from Ebner.
He chilled out
Yeah,
since then.
he went. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay,
He's
great.
changed.
Okay, that is all. That is all I
Better
need.
man now.
So 7, that's you.
It's good editing
Okay.
attack. It was a
Right now, my current motivation is just cover and make sure that V-Day is doing what he's doing okay. So I'm gonna take another.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that is all my.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
my action.
So you're taking another shot at Shimsham?
Yes.
Go
and
ahead
I told Dill the same. I'm like, get the ghost.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and make an attack at Shimsham with advantage.
Liam,
Yep.
I was just double checking about it, and for him to take the help action, he would actually have to be next to Shemsheim, not next to her.
Really?
Do you want to retcon it, or is it fine how it is?
I think it's fine how it is.
Okay.
For this one,
For this one?
he's
Yeah,
kind of like
moving forward.
little to the left, and he readjust.
Okay. Thank you, Dill. It's an 18 plus 8, so 26.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
I don't do anything fancy because I'm out of fancy things to do. Oof. 7 points of damage, and it's just normal.
Okay. Sounds good. Just normal, you said?
Yeah. I do not. Yeah, my bow's normal.
Yep. The arrow passes through. There's a kind of smoke, but definitely with your arrows, not as much damage as you
I give
probably
Dill
were
a
hoping.
little like finger high five.
He happily obliges. Although you feel him kind of shaking a little on your shoulder. Jonah, it's your turn with Ronan on deck.
Oh, we go one.
I
two,
see.
one.
Get back here! And I'm gonna swing through the air again, and I'm gonna teleport again and swing at him.
Okay.
I'll take a step forward if I have to teleport 30 feet.
Yeah, you can definitely make the movement you need.
Cool. I'll stay on the side that is just towards where more people are.
Right there?
If I can. Yeah, that's perfect.
You can't see your own miniature. But
Oh
it's okay.
no, that's
It's
okay.
right
I know
here.
I'm there. And then I'll do the bonus action attack first. It's like swing through the air for a nice 10 to hit.
Okay, 10 misses.
Yep. And then I'll swing down and keep the swinging of the blade going as they kind of get up off the ground and swing again.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be a 12.
A 12 misses.
And then I will use my action surge
Nice.
to swing again.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
As I've just been taking the first swing was like it was low and then it missed and it's just like the smoke is dodging around it and then I got off of one foot to get off the second one and then this last one is finally I'm like spinning in the air diagonally to hit him on the last one, so it's with more and more momentum each time,
Gotcha.
and that's a solid 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So the end of your turn. After this acrobatic
Yes.
display of bladecraft,
That is it.
you stand in front of him.
As he stood tall, Ronan's gonna pull the shield off of his back and pull it
Nice.
the fiery square that it is. And then
Fiery squeeze.
and then actually his eyes are starting to glow red as well for no specific reason other than he's just focusing. And so he's kind of has an intenseness in his head, intense heat building up as he's looking around, figuring out what he wants to do and realizing, putting together V-Day's plan after they had their dad construction talk yesterday. He's gonna look down at Kane and be like, "Oh shit!" And I'm gonna prepare my reaction to run and move him if the book falls.
Okay. So
Like,
you're preparing your action to dash and
To
shove.
dash and shove him. Or
those are
I-
two things.
Yeah, that is two things.
That is two things. That
Can't
is.
ready your act-
you know what? I'm going to walk towards him with my 15 movement speed and prepare a shove action because I can move next turn. But it might not. No, it was reaction. Sorry, I'm dumb.
Yep.
I'm gonna dash towards him and not prepare an action. Then I think.
You're right up next to him.
Nice.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. On the NPC's turn,
No, Shield of Faith. I'm gonna cast it real quick. Sorry, I forgot bonus.
you
action.
used your action. Oh yeah, go for it.
19 to do it.
Yep, you're good.
Alright, I'm gonna give two AC to you.
Nice. Sounds great.
+2 to your armor class.
My apologies.
Got it.
Dang. 15. She can't quite get up there. Yeah, that's all. Varner will start to move up. Ebder will move over there because they only have 15 feet of movement. They can't quite do anything.
Looks like we've got quite a plan of attack, though.
Yeah,
Moving on all
Ebder.
sides. Ebder's-
Well, Ebder doesn't quite. Okay. So
Come on,
stupid.
Ebby.
So Ebder, he thrusts out his hand, and you see a translucent skeletal hand kind of. And as it gets to Shemshime and kind of touches it, turns black and kind of gets caught up in the thing. Okay, Cold, it does not really work.
We're gonna turn to him and be like, dude.
After you just went,
You're really getting on my nerves, okay?
We'll talk about it later. How about that?
Kane, at the start of your turn, you must use your attack action. So, you can, if you have, I suppose that means that you could use an attack roll spell if you wanted to.
Well,
I mean, I would, but like, I don't wanna. Like, but like, how do I decide? Oh, I want to kill whoever's next to me, right?
No, you're fine. You're not like, I want to kill whoever's
Oh,
next to me.
cool.
But
Okay.
like, you swung at Varnar
But I
when
have
you
to
meant to swing.
attack.
Yeah, so you have to use your attack action right
yeah.
now.
Okay, right now. Oh. Well,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, because I can't use a bonus action first.
Yes, at the start of your turn, you must make the attack action.
Got it.
If you have no spells at your disposal that require an attack roll, you must make a melee attack against the nearest creature.
Got it. Okay.
improvised thrown weapon attack
That could
against
also work.
Shimsham with his great sword.
All right. I'll cast
His longsword.
Ice
His longsword.
knife
Okay.
at Shemshime.
Roll a d20.
5.
5.
Plus.
Nothing. What, my spellcasting ability modifier?
No, it's just a d20.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine.
Thanks.
Yes. Sorry. It's casting.
Casting ability modifier?
Hold
That's
on.
what you said at first.
Yeah. Hold on.
My apologies.
No, this is. I now have two separate rules of mine conflicting. So I'm gonna roll a d20. Okay. For 5, you're not able to cast Ice Knife.
All right.
So, your turn is now yours.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast magic weapon, the bonus action, and I'm going to. So, Shemshine sort of reacted negatively to me being close to the book. Is that right?
It seems so.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'd probably move away from the book,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go to that empty spot over there, sort of behind me.
Over behind, like right here. 5, 10, 15?
Yep.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
As you move away from the book. Dane, it's your turn.
So, I like to think, just keeping the flow of battle going, that like I was running up the stairs, and I was gonna jump off and tackle Shem, but then he flew away. So I think I'm already in the motion, like I'm going to tackle Shem. Then he flies away, kind of as I'm already in the air. So I'm just gonna commit and jump off the edge.
Okay. That's fine.
So I just like to, I'd like to do that. Yeah.
Okay. You can easily do that. It was only like 10 feet in the air at this point.
Okay. So
10
I
or
kind
15,
of am
so.
reaching as he's leaving, and I'm like, oh, no good. And then I kind of land, and I kind of would like to roll to my feet and just. But as I see everything happen, I want to roll and go to the table with the book.
Okay.
And I'd like to.
Are you next to it or on top?
What?
Next to it or on top?
On top.
Okay.
And you like to use my free action to pick up the book.
Okay. As you pick it up, there's as he turns towards you.
I'd like to say to Ronan, get out of here. I can take a hit. And then I'd like to have Dill fly to Shemshime
Okay.
and take the help action by distracting Shemshime if he can get 40 feet over there. Just like a straight shot.
Yeah, he can just barely get to him.
Okay, so that's what he does. And
Technically, he's flying over Jonah's space, but I just put him right next to him for.
sounds good. Sounds good. And I think I still have my.
Put Jonah in a box and him on top.
Nice. Nobody puts Jonah in a box.
I can't be tamed.
And so I will also take my axe and I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, as you pull the axe from behind you and it makes a wild swinging noise. Go ahead and make an attack.
All right, and I'd like to clarify that I want Dill to use the help action after I make the attack so that I don't get advantage.
Right, go for
Whoever
it.
attacks next will.
Can do.
But I get a straight 20 to hit.
That hits.
Delicious.
Oh, hold on. More than 20, sorry. Like 22. But
That hits.
just in case you're wondering. But I would like to then... Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. 15 points of magical slashing damage.
That's luscious.
15 points. As you hurl the axe and it whistles as it goes through the air, it's bisecting the very air itself with every rotation. It smashes through him, and a large portion of Shemsheim disperses before the axe back into your hand. Kind of ricochets back there.
Good stuff. As I kind of catch it and swing it down to right in front of me again. Leave
Okay.
the book in one hand.
The book opens up as Shemsheim disappears.
I kind of drop it.
It's too late, as he appears right behind you.
Oh no, I was gonna catch it.
Okay, that's fine. I got you.
No, that's like the
As
Pokemon theme
the
song.
smoke
Yeah.
pours out of the book and reforms into Shemsheim.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'd like to make eye contact with Vita. I don't say anything, but I make eye contact with him,
Smart
and that's my turn.
moments.
Okay. Saren. Not Saren. Shemsheim.
Oh.
Very
Oh,
different
yeah. I was
characters.
gonna say, I hope you don't mix this up.
Oh, we were supposed to be fighting Shemshine?
As he appears behind you and kind of
Real
passes through you in a
TVGs.
similar manner as you've seen before. He passes through you both, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Both of you.
Both of us. Okay.
Would you like to go first?
Oh, you can go first. Go ahead.
How polite.
Oh,
Nice job. Nice job.
Ronan.
wait. Do I have disadvantage on saves yet?
What does
Yeah.
that third tally do?
The third tally.
I don't have the third tally.
So the third tally, at the beginning of your turn, you must use the attack action.
Okay, so that's what's going on.
In addition, every time you make an attack, you roll a d20, and I have a chart behind here of randomized numbers of whether you attack Shemsheim or you attack someone else.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So if we're casting a spell attack, we have to roll a d20 twice.
Yes.
Okay.
For this save, however, having 2 strikes, both with the Shemsheim and exhaustion, do I have saving throw disadvantage? I cannot remember.
I don't know. What does 2 levels of exhaustion do?
Disadvantage on attacks, roll d20,
And all
spell
ability
mod
checks,
attacks.
right?
I think ability
Well,
checks and
that's
saving throws
3.
is level 3.
Yeah, yeah.
level
So I don't have
level
disadvantage
2
on
is
saves
only
yet.
half speed.
I don't have disadvantage on saves yet. We're chilling.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware. But
So I got a 24.
I got a 17.
Okay. You both succeed, so you don't have to mark down the third tally. But you both do take...
Oh, heavens. Oh, my stars and garters.
Oh, my stars and garters.
that one's cocked. Damn.
What's it gonna be?
It was a cocked 6 and it turned into a 1.
I like it that way.
You both take 8 points of psychic damage.
Oh, yeah. 8?
Sorry,
Or
11.
Oh,
11 points of psychic damage.
That's I knew he didn't say 80. That
It
would have
is
been a
worse.
bummer
I
if he
forgot to add the modifier.
It's not it's plus 3, guys. It's plus 3.
It's plus 3, guys! Jot it down right now!
I'm building Shemsheim's little stat block right here on the back.
V-Day
I
dies.
killed V-Day again. Gosh. Do you have the new character rolled up, Bailey?
Yeah.
I can't get him placed.
Do you?
Oh, gosh.
It's a rat.
Yeah, Bailey and I, we've been talking about V-Day 2, your next character.
Yep.
His name is V-Day.
Son of V-Day.
V-Day 2.
V-Day, it is your turn. I'm gonna put you like that because now you're secured.
Okay. Is
You're about right here right now.
Is Shimshan below the book?
He is not.
Okay. I would like to use my 15 movement
Okay.
to get above.
So you moved 20, 35, and now you're at 50. So you are right underneath the book.
My first turn, I jumped 5 feet in the
5.
air.
Then
I
15.
dashed.
Oh, right. You moved
So
30.
20,
So
35.
it's, yeah.
Wait.
No. 5, 35.
Another 15 would make
Another 15 would make
50.
50.
nine.
Yeah.
55?
So you are right underneath the book right now.
Oh,
Professor Bailey.
Okay.
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 Come on, Professor. It's like the pillars of pedagogy over here.
How long, like how big is the book? So from the edge of the book to the chain in the center, how much movement would that take?
It's about 5 feet from, but you are just underneath the
Right.
book right now, so it is probably 10 feet from you.
Okay. I'm under the book, or I'm just like right beside the edge of the book till I go up.
Book, you.
Okay, perfect. I will.
It would be like 5 feet, like up and over, and then another 5 feet. Well, and then it is within 5 feet of you to
Okay.
slash.
I will.
So not really 10 feet, more like 7.
I will action to dodge just in case.
Okay, you take the dodge action. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Saren with Jonah on deck.
I would like to, at this point, make my way over to the book as well.
Okay.
And jump the 20 to get to the book.
Okay.
Oh,
Have
big
you,
book, not our book.
So you're still. This is about 10 feet, so another 20 would put you at 30.
I'm 30 feet up on the stairs already.
Yeah, you're 30 feet. You moved
Back,
30 feet
I
around,
see.
but the slant is not 5 feet.
So then I'm gonna run up
okay.
the stairs.
So you can
Because I did not.
Pythagorean
30.
theorem.
So now you're 20 feet in the air, so you can jump up another 20 from right off the stairs, and then you'd be 40 feet in the air, which is still 10 feet short of the book.
Great. So I'm just gonna dash up the stairs.
Okay.
Just so I can my next
So
turn do that.
for every 30 feet that you move, you go up 10 feet in elevation.
Okay.
So you have moved 30, and then another 20, so that would put you 30 feet in the air
So
for your
next
90
turn,
feet of
I
movement.
can.
Okay.
Phoom.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then that will. Let me see. Nope, I have no spells. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Just keep in mind that you are 30 feet in the air right now.
Cool. 30 feet. Book's 50. Got it.
Jonah.
Somebody say 30 feet.
Okay.
Aw.
No.
Good joke. It only took him 9 episodes.
Sorry. DM blunder. I had you make a wisdom saving throw when Shemshine passed through you the first time, correct?
that's right.
That's right. I just
You
wanted
want
to
to
make
do
sure.
that?
No, you
We
already
already
did.
did.
Oh, we
You
did?
succeeded, remember?
Don't-
Oh, yeah, you got the 17.
Don't
I remember.
watch back and make sure, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Hey, drop a comment if DM messed up. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. No. Okay, I'll get in trouble.
Don't do that.
Ronan, you take.
No, don't comment. Stop commenting.
Okay.
Guys, stop commenting. You're killing him.
I'm gonna. My echo is finally gonna make an appearance as the I'm gonna be engulfed in shadow for a second as it leaves me, and it's gonna cut.
How many hit points do you have?
I have 34 out of 38.
Out of 38? You're
Yes.
fine. Good to know.
So my echo is gonna cut straight in between whoever's at the table and where Shemshaim is.
Okay. So we'll place him right here.
Yeah, and he's gonna go.
You're going to be moving, so we'll move
Yes,
still.
yes. So I'm gonna go up to Shemshaim, and he's gonna go up just a little bit to the left, or my left at least of me. So I'm going straight to Shemshaim. from
Okay,
there.
so you're going right here.
Yes. My echo is gonna keep going towards that way.
Like right here?
Yes.
Like right here?
Is there? Actually, keep my echo next to Ronan, but like on that corner of the bench. Right there's perfect.
Perfect.
Awesome. And then we are each going to make an attack. Lovely.
I'm trying to bait them.
Okay. My echo gets 9.
Miss.
I get a 13.
Miss.
Brutal.
Son.
With 2 synchronized swings both chopping into each other, they both pass through the mist harmlessly.
I look at my echo and go, you even trying?
As he kind of mouths the words back at you at the same time,
Yeah.
just in sync. Is that the end of your turn, Jonah?
Yeah, that's the end.
As Ronan ran down in the battlefield, rapidly changing around him, as it always does, he gets into the center to find not Kane, but Dane. And Dane tells him, what did you say again?
I said, get out of here. I can take a hit or something.
V-Day! He's trying to protect the book! Drop it now! And I'm going to jump off the table again as I run towards him, and I'm going to slam down on Shime's head with my magic hammer.
Okay, so between
basically, I just jump off
the
it, I
distance
guess.
between you and Shemsheim would put you right here.
Sick, that works for me. Whatever works.
You move 5 feet to get off the table.
So instead of a running start, I just kind of step on the corner and lunge off with my hammer as I slam into his space noggin with a 18 to hit. Sorry, 17.
17 hits his space noggin.
And then I'm actually going to use my bonus action as well to kind of, and then right in the gut of the space goblin.
Can you can use your bonus action to make? Yes, you can.
I have
because
a
you're a
warg
warg
player.
player.
Yes, I'm a warg player.
Right.
He's a work.
I'm a warg. So that second one's going to be a 22 to hit. All right. For the first attack, we're going to deal a total of 6 damage. 7 magical bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second attack is just going to be
A 4.
so 11 points total of magical bludgeoning damage as I slam down on his space noggin and then hit him right in the space gut.
I don't know why. Why do you think he's made of space, dude?
He's the void.
She's space.
I was gonna say, Sharon just shakes her head as a tear rolls.
You've got the vibes all wrong.
Ronan never said space goblin. Matt did. So
Okay, Nikki was
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes,
Ronan?
Got the
Okay.
vibes all wrong, Matthew.
Is that what you
4.
guys think of?
Technically a collapse.
Hurt her space.
Finally,
So,
he can do something.
He likes it as long as you're not forward.
Wait, finally he can do something?
No. Finally, Ebder can do something.
Hey,
So
Go
Ebder,
Edgar.
you know, you just gotta give him some tough love. He shows up.
Go Abernant.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, he is
What
going.
is his name? Fregter?
Oh no, his attack does nothing. Oh
More like get Rector.
No, egg, no.
no. No.
Mr.
Okay.
Egg.
He's
That
going to
egg.
cast. Gosh, all of his spells are not very helpful for this
More like,
fight.
he could be Begder. As in better. He
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
better.
I got you.
Okay,
So the word beg just-
he is going to cast
muddy it up for
Witch
me,
Bolt
guys.
as well.
I want him to be a part of that.
He's
casting Witch Bolt?
Yep, he
Witch
just
Bolt on Kane.
Wow.
no. He casts it on Shemsheim.
Shimshine. Oh yeah, no.
Whoa, what?
Finally, Ebder can do
Is
something.
somebody,
Kane
Is
dies.
somebody killing Kane? Somebody's hitting Kane, right?
Noted.
Ebder,
Okay.
aim for Kane.
As in a similar fashion, he kind of thrusts down towards the ground, and from underneath, lightning begins to arc upward. Varnar will begin to head this way, hearing what is kind of transpiring.
Lightning bolt through all of us.
Yep.
It's fun to think about how Ebder.
Go ahead and
Uh-oh.
no, Kane, it's your turn.
Alright, so I can't attack anybody right now, is that right? Or can I not move if I can't?
No,
Attack.
so you can your action. If you can't attack, you have it. If you are able to cast a spell to attack, you must take it.
Okay. Let's see here. How far away is Shine?
About 30 feet.
Okay, I can hit him with the 30 feet range
Yeah, you could.
attack. Okay, I'll cast Witch Bolt on him as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20.
One.
Yep. This is with your ability modifier.
Okay, so 10.
Okay, you're fine.
Oh.
Okay, and the next one.
So you cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Now roll a d20.
Wait. So it's good.
Did you add your intelligence modifier to that first d20 roll?
my intelligence or my spell attack?
That's no. You're spell casting ability modifier. So your
It's
intelligence
just going to
modifier.
be the intelligence. So that's a +3, I think, right?
It says right in the top middle +5. Do you have a +5 to your intelligence?
That's your spell attack.
Spell attack.
Oh, I see. Yes,
Your
sorry.
intelligence modifier is what you're adding to the first d20.
Okay, so it's actually going to be
Got
8.
an
for that
8.
first
Okay.
I've also
Witch bolt fails.
one. Fails. All right,
So your action is gone.
Got it. All right, I'm going to
Sorry, man.
move. No, I think I'll just stay where I am.
Is this your second turn, being your third turn
Second, yeah.
after being influenced by? Okay, that's fine. Good to know. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am. I
Okay.
just have a feeling I'm not gonna go in the
Sounds good.
front of everyone.
On me right now.
Dane, it's your turn.
Okay. Could you leave? You move?
I moved as far as I could to attack.
Okay.
5 feet or so.
I would like to look at Shem Sham and spit.
It's not his name. The shadow does have a name.
I would like to look at Shem Sham and spit in his book.
Okay.
I spit in his book
Okay.
that I hold in one hand.
Okay.
And then I would like to close my eyes and concentrate really, really hard. And I'd like to take the ready action. I'd like to ready a spell.
Okay.
So
Which spell are you readying?
I'm going to ready Earthbind.
Okay. You begin to prepare Earthbind.
Yeah, I begin to prepare Earthbind. Should I make my roll right now or later?
No, you should make it later.
Okay. And I close my eyes, but only for effect, not because I'm like actually blind or anything.
It is pretty dark in here, except for the blinding light kind of coming from the corner.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
just
it's pretty dark over here.
really focused, and I'd like to. The trigger for my ready action is if Shemsheim gets real close to me again, like if he comes out of the book.
Deal.
DM.
Yes.
No, Matt said the bad stuff. Now I have to say the bad stuff. Currently we've got Shield of Faith on Jonah,
Yeah.
and Matt's got Magic Weapon, and they are both
Oh,
concentration.
magic weapon.
Poopy
not spiritual
fart.
weapon.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Fact.
Think about it.
You
So
have to-
How much
second,
how much
right?
extra damage did Magic Weapon deal?
yeah, I would have dealt 2 extra damage, so you can pull that off. Magic weapon would have faded by now.
I'm sorry.
No, that's great.
You know?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love it.
My
I
brain
didn't
was
think
like,
about
wait, he has Shield of Faith. Who's it from? I was trying to
See,
remember.
you said
That's
spiritual
smart.
weapon when we were whispering, so I was like,
For some reason, I didn't think about it.
That's fine. It spaced me too. It's almost like
Space Goblin. Ew.
Yeah.
I
Shemshan, ladies and gentlemen.
I am the bad guy.
I
don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
is that the end of your turn?
was
Who's
just for you.
Dane? Is that the end of your turn?
And I got it. I heard it. I received
Dill
it. Didn't.
Dill is going to fly around Shemsheim, take the help action, and he is going to distract Shemsheim for the benefit of Jonah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, it is. Sorry, your turn ends. Shemsheim's turn begins. He. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, Dane.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay. You succeed. So, as you stand there, you see kind of what would be the head of this incorporeal form kind of shudder for a second, and you get the chills before hearing in your head a cacophony of you take
It's a few dice.
you take 17 points of psychic damage halved because you succeeded. And you can feel
Have to.
half to 8, yes. Half to 8. And you can feel from the shudder and the babble going on in your head, you can feel your muscles begin to paralyze before you shake it off.
I rolled my Constitution saving throw. To
maintain concentration.
on my ready spell.
Yep.
And with disadvantage, and I got a 15.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna pass right through you guys again. So as he kind of goes through,
Stinky shim.
and he is right up next to you. You can go ahead and release your held action if you want.
I would like to release my held action.
Can I make an opportunity attack against him?
You
me?
you cannot. He did not leave your combat space. He just passed through you. Speaking of, because he
Do I have
passed
to? Yeah, I was
through,
gonna say.
because he passed through your Echo and Ronan, they both take 8 points of necrotic damage.
My echo disperses.
Okay. Sorry, psychic damage.
Psychic.
Psychic, yes.
Money, dude.
Got it.
Okay.
I have a headache.
Hit points.
As
Just me, not
yep,
Dan.
he steps.
Those are also huge.
It steps right up to you, and you can release your held action. Go ahead and roll your d20 plus your charisma modifier.
19.
You're fine. You can cast Earthbind.
I need to make a strength saving throw.
Impossible. Nice. Perfect time.
You rolled a 5 minus 2.
He fails.
Oh
Yeah. So a 3.
Nice.
This is
His fly speed is reduced to 0.
As he is locked in the space.
Good stuff. And if he isn't touching the ground, then he descends
Yeah.
to it.
As you, he,
Some like smoke feet.
you can see in this moment as you close your eyes and you're breathing, you can feel the kind of, when you can feel a burst of wind oncoming, you can kind of sense it coming. You can feel a similar feeling, but it's full of anger and hatred and evil before you, and the ground, and as it touches him, the ground turns to sand, black sand, that starts absorbing the shadow and the smoke as he starts sloshing to the ground and falling to pieces. It's kind of like a waterfall of sand just kind of coming from him as it starts to pile up on the table and the form gets smaller and smaller. That is the end of his turn.
All right. I'd like to kind of like have my eyes closed and kind of like as I feel him, just like reach out my hand like into his chest, just like hold it there, and like a yellow light that like surrounds all of the swirling black sand, and my fist, and like my eyes open and they're glowing with like a yellow light, and I look and I'm like, well, this is a trap if I've ever seen one. And then that's it. That's my turn.
Excellent. That is your
That's
reaction.
my reaction. That's
Yep.
my reaction.
I just realized I missed my opportunity attack, but Dill is helping me, right?
He is helping you.
Okay.
You can make it
So-
with advantage, yeah.
Cool, yeah.
I also had a realization. Can it take non-magical weapon damage? Because if so, you should veto all 11.
No, it can.
Perfect. I just want to
It
make
can
sure you
take
knew that.
magical. It can take regular weapon damage, non-magical.
Then that's a 16 to hit.
A 16 does hit.
Nice.
Sorry to go back to that. I was just curious.
It's okay.
So yeah, that is 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points.
Yes.
Damage. Okay. As you slash through Shemsheim.
Nice job, Dill.
Thank you.
That's sides of the high five.
I can't keep giving high fives every time.
My hat is getting so soft.
It's your turn.
Drop the book. Drop the book.
So Vide, noticing the sand pit kind of starting to engulf Shimsheim, moves his last little bit of movement, full of exhaustion, to get to the center of the book, and probably the only person that would hear would be Saren, because she is moving up closer.
It's an echoey chamber, so you can
So here's
get a
my
message
here.
down.
As he pulls out his sword, and I'm not gonna do a smite yet, but he pulls out his sword, and you hear Vide say, kind of at the chain, "I wish that Shimsheim's time was through," and I'm just gonna attack the chain.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
As the last stanza of the rhyme
This was the plan all along,
moving
dude.
through my head. That is a nat 20.
Oh!
And I will Divine Smite because I want this to be explosive.
Okay. As you sit there,
That's awesome.
you, with your sheathed blade, you hold on to it. I'll let you take it from here.
Come on.
Vide, as he's saying these words and just clutching his amulet that you guys have never seen, but you've seen him kind of move about his chest. His sword comes out and starts glowing this golden light that you just see coming off the edges of the book. And then you just hear an explosion as this chain that's been supporting this weight for so long just snaps. And the book falls.
Go ahead and roll 5d12.
And just so you know, DM, I'm preparing fully. I know he has wings, but I don't know how they work because they're new. To if I need to billow up and feather fall him
Sure.
for my.
Feather fall the book.
Not the book, Cam.
I saved you, Dave.
That is going to be 40 damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice. Do we get a dexterity save?
No.
Even though I told him to do it? Even though I said, break the book!
It is a large concrete book
Understandable.
falling from the ceiling.
Oh no.
And you knew it was,
And Matt's standing closer to the edge.
yeah. You both knew it was the plan. I will allow a dexterity saving throw, but the DC is high because you used your actions, and there's not much a reaction will do here. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, both of you.
Oh boy.
To be fair, I already used my
You would see
reaction.
Vide is still
You're fine.
You
can use it.
floating.
With disadvantage?
This is less of a reaction and more of a reactionary event. Not with disadvantage. You're fine. Unless, yeah, no, you're fine.
I got a natural 20.
Natural 20.
That's probably
Yeah, I got a 17.
17.
If I may, can I hold my shield out for it?
You may not.
Oh no, it did land on Shamsha! No, not like that.
No, I get you. As the book falls from the ceiling, you both take half damage as you roll away from it. So you both take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
If I can, I'd like to be more focused on making sure that Shemsheim stays there than I am on getting out of the way.
No, absolutely. You see the book coming down. You see him in the position. You toss the book onto the pile of sand, directly placed beneath the falling tome. You can see in your final moments, Dane, as you are diving away in kind of a, you can hear your heartbeat, your blood pulsing through your veins with. As you look and see the sand desperately trying to bury the book. There's a dark cloud before you see the disaster that surrounds you. We'll get into some more appropriate music as you're all out of initiative.
I am
Do we
unconscious.
hear the melody?
You will find out.
I do. After his proud moment in the sky, I will immediately.
One
try-
moment.
Okay.
Please. In this moment, I would say Dane, Kane. What's your passive?
Mine?
Yep.
9.
9.
Oh, sorry.
And yours?
I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious. Okay.
You said I took half damage, right?
Yeah, you took half
perfect. Then
damage.
yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay.
not dead.
Make sure I didn't misunderstand.
Kane. In this moment, you can see several things unfolding before you. First and foremost, you can see sliding out from underneath the tome is a small trickle of black sand that heads to the nearest book, and it covers it before the book becomes a closed copy of Shemsheim's Bedtime Rhyme. You can see it before it settles. Locked and sealed.
Mhm.
You can also see on the other side of the now shattered structure, partially buried underneath of it, are the movementless bodies of Ronan and Dane. As you all sit here in this moment, what do you do?
I will hustle straight down, being ready to spare the dying.
Yeah, I'm running up and I'm starting to try to lift the stone. I say, help! Somebody help!
Okay.
Yeah, I go and I help Jonah with my eye on the book.
I will drop my wings also once I get halfway to the ground.
I
I
will
will fall
jump.
the remaining 25
No,
feet.
I will here because you fall.
As you
with
fall right
enough,
past-
Can I jump and grab him and feather fall us both down?
I will say you
Because I was
Can-
ready and waiting to do so.
were ready and waiting to do so, so it is easy enough.
I'm gonna grab
well,
you and we fall the rest of the way without taking damage. That was my plan anyways.
Good catch.
you can do it. It is a difficult catch, but you were prepared to do it as you both lower to the ground.
Thank you.
You all run over to the remains of the book, and we will stop using the battle map now.
Okay.
In this moment, I need you two to make a death saving throw.
18.
1.
The book is, with all of your work and effort, the book is lifted off. And you see the two broken forms, although still breathing, of your friends.
Who's got something?
I do.
You've got something.
Yeah, I will reach out with one hand.
As you are between the two of them with this action, you can choose one person to cast Spare the Dying on.
Vita, what do you got?
In this instant of a moment, what are you people doing? You have one action or bonus action.
I wouldn't.
Everyone does.
I can't tell who looks better.
Are we in
right?
initiative still?
No,
No, we're out.
you're not.
Oh, okay.
You're all right next to each other. You're all able to do things, but who has what
If,
to do?
If I can't tell the difference between the
You
two,
can-
I honestly would probably go for Ronan.
Okay.
Because he's old.
You cast Spare the Dying on Ronan. Anyone else doing anything?
I don't have any healing.
Yeah, I'll just try to stabilize.
I can help someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
Go
say.
go ahead and
Shouldn't be
for Dane, make a medicine check with advantage. Sorry.
And if I may, I would actually. I have 5 lay on hands left. I would probably do that instead of spare the dying. It's still an
Okay.
action. But
That's fine.
So that's
So,
a straight 20
what did you roll first?
and 18.
Okay. Because you technically have disadvantage on ability checks. So,
Okay.
your 18 is fine. You're stable. You're unconscious.
All right. I'm gonna go over to the book.
As you step over here to the book, Varnaro Vesic has also stepped up to it. Oh, Jesus, scared myself there.
All right, I'll pick it up.
She puts her hand on it as well.
No.
She takes it. This will be locked away forever.
Thank you.
No. Thank you. She steps over to Dane. And she will... Where is it? She will put a... Those are the wrong dice. She will take from her hip a healing potion, Dane, and heal you. You heal 8 hit points.
Nice.
And you're up. Thank you. Thank all of you.
sorry
This...
about
That... I'm not even worried about. This is an incredible feat that you have pulled off. And I am speechless, to say the least, of how fortuitous it was to have you all here. Do we know how this began? Dang it, music.
Well, you see, it all
2 days
started.
ago.
Liam, real quick.
Yes.
So I realized I have a healing potion that I've been carrying for the party and forgot about.
That's fine. It's too late.
Okay.
She already healed him up.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
She used her healing potion. She had one.
The better
I
one.
thought it was on.
So you are up, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
You're up with 5. You're up with 8.
I appreciate it.
Perfect. I missed. I thought she was healing Ronan for some reason.
I may be up, but I'm laying down still like, oh.
As you all take a moment to consider what has kind of transpired, you can hear in the very back of your head, Saren, as you were the first to ask, the soft, now more and more faint by the second, tinkle of Shime's bedtime rhyme.
But it is fading.
It is fading. It is not gone. It is fading. It's becoming more sparse even too. As you wait a second between the verses, you wait 4, 5 seconds, and it begins anew. And you all, if you concentrate hard, can still remember the effect that it had on you. The eerie echoes between your ears. But for now, you've secured victory. A momentary spark of pride kind of fills your hearts as you look around the destroyed archives. But you see Ebder slowly lifting himself up with a smile as he straightens his back a little bit and rubs his head. I don't know how to thank you, but I think I know a way to try. I think it's time, first of all, we're all let out of this place. And she begins to step up the stairs.
Think we're following?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you
I'll go over and help Ronan stand up and help him.
Thank you.
help each other up, and bruised and battered, you climb the stairs, not the stairs, you climb the ramps of the Firefly Cellar.
Me and an Echo were on either side of Dane.
Yeah.
helping.
Oh.
Like, oh well, it's another one for the books. I give these books. You know.
Yeah, got it.
Oh my
That
goodness.
was
Yeah.
funny.
Oh my.
Just rest up, bud.
Oh, that was a good joke. Also, I told you so, everyone. It was a ghost.
You make it up to the top, and you see Varner kind of with her hand near the floating sigil as she kind of touches it, and you can see a ring of runes now surrounds it as she kind of rotates it in a certain way, and it disperses. The bright daylight, sorry, not daylight, the bright interior light of the House of Rest greets you all, especially because of the destroyed source of light in the Firefly Cellar, it being super dark in there. You have some sources of light, glowing book, star
Glowing
freckles,
person.
whatever remains of the glowing orbs down by the shattered tome. But they cast an eerie light, especially all the way up here. But it is welcoming, it is warm, and you see a few faces of concerned people. One in particular you do recognize, which is the innkeeper who you originally met, and two others you do not recognize.
Did you guys miss us?
Yes?
Thank you. So nice.
Man, wouldn't go down there for a while. It's gonna need some renovating.
Seriously.
Go in there.
You all...
Oh, do not go in there.
Jeez.
We're having the same experience. Oh, I'm so much pain.
How are the renovations up here? Do you have places to sleep now, or?
One of the faces you do not recognize is a dark-skinned, middle-aged woman. Women. I said women.
Wham.
Women. Well, I said women. Woman wearing the most ostentatious of the purple robes that you've seen so far. in a dark kind of gray lavender fitting inner robe that then goes down to her knees after appearing from underneath a belt, and then a larger kind of mantled coat almost. She is shaved along the head, and she holds in her hand a small gray cylinder that she looks like she's just taken out and she's now putting away. For you, it seems we can have room. We can make the accommodations needed. We have a couple of people to kick out anyway. Varna,
Coat is really pretty.
thank you. If I could speak with you. As she turns to Varna Uvesik, and Varna walks off with her for a second before turning around and coming back. By the way, for this thank you of gratitude, what do we call you?
Damn.
And that's where we'll go to.
Very smart, DM. Very sharp.
Yeah.
The panic that struck all.
Guys,
It's gonna.
good job.
We did it.
You did it.
That was so smart. That
Oh,
was so
yeah.
good.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes. as you all stand within the interior of the House of Rest, with Vanro Vesek standing before you, having just asked the question, "What shall I call you?"
Us. Well, I mean, we're just a few wanderers, right? I suppose.
The few wanderers, then.
Well, let's call it the Wandering Few, eh?
The Wandering Few. Is that what you all establish yourself under?
I suppose. Sure. Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Seems fitting.
Yeah, I feel really out of it right now, so
Right.
I'll just go with yes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's alright. Just breathe.
Hold on.
Breathe, breathe.
Hold on.
I will return momentarily. I suggest you get your rest. It's quite late. And in the morning, you may have a conversation with some important people, so rest easy. I will return and get you at some point. She turns around and walks out the door with the human woman that you saw before. Rooms are provided to you. A single grand room is provided to you. Not the same one that you stayed in before, but another one that had just barely gained a vacancy. As news of what you all have done had reached the ears of what you can only assume to be some pretty important people. Yes.
Who gets the key for the mansion? Who gets to think up the mansion? Or do you take it again?
Well, is it a new key?
Yes.
is
A new key is given to... Now, who will be cooking up your place of rest this time?
Oh no.
There you go.
As Ron
That's
falls
why
off
I-
your shoulder.
Oh, sorry.
A large, thick brass key is given to you,
Okay.
and the door stands before you. So, what fresh hell do you cook up for the wandering few?
Oh, it is the. I definitely. I want it to be like the most like magical, super like extravagant type. Like it starts out with like a meadow because that's where my home was. You know, this like beautiful summery meadow, and then you have your own little like individual like little like cabin type deals, but they're like really cool and kind of Grecian and their own rooms, and it is just like the most like in your face like paradise type thing with, you know, like some sort of accommodations for other things, but it is just like all that Saren can dream of in terms of like big extravagant paradise, and like it is a lot.
Okay.
You can take it from there.
As you picture this in your head, and you place the key inside with a loud... You hear the, not familiar to you, but Jonah, you hear the familiar sound of a cascade of muffled sand, it sounds like. There's
Thinking really hard.
Here it comes.
before the last click. Zing. And the doorknob appears. As you look inside, you see a similar rustic interior to the overall theme and aesthetic of the House of Rest. However, from where you stand, a grand staircase leads down 10, 15 feet, and you can see a surrounding... It's almost like a tunnel of sorts, a bridge leading over an entry tunnel, where beautiful murals of open meadows and large mountains and clear open skies have been painted to show, from your perspective, from where you're stepping, just a far, beautiful scenery. It's not as real as you were hoping, but it leads to the most extravagant red wood door you have ever seen in your time here. And some of you in your life. It is large, a large double door with carvings etched into it of your various adventures so far. You can see people You can see a V-Day reaching up in a beautiful, almost Michelangelo-esque position. He's reaching toward the ceiling. No. Everyone has the same level of detail, but I'm just, you know what I mean. Okay. You're
Sarah,
bastardizing
that
this.
is not what my nose looks like, Sarah. Wow.
As you
the
can
magic?
see, there's, for you in particular, there's a beautiful carved depiction of you, and then it's like there's a deeper carving that's off-centered, and then another deeper one as it just kind of, it's like a strange repeating facsimile that goes backward. And of various other things, you all standing before a doorway that you've just opened in a ruin, and fighting boars. You can see a really poorly and very extravagantly depicted Heimdallheim. And from there, you press open the double doors. They are perfectly balanced, and you can see a rustic log cabin interior. Very large. It is a log cabin mansion, if you will.
Is there like a loft and stuff?
There is a loft. Yes. There's a loft. There's like an inner balcony almost, and then another inner balcony even above that.
I'd like to kind of like.
Can there be a slide or like some sort of cool like railing type deal?
You really wish there was, and then it
Oh yes!
comes down into a center.
I cannot believe this.
Saren, you may overwork the magic.
I don't think that's possible. It's magic,
I didn't
right?
think it was possible.
Just kidding.
They were like, this room specifically needed maintenance.
It just
We just fixed it.
you broke it.
I'd like to say, well, if there's a slide, and then I go like this, and it's like an overwhelming amount of golden light, and then I'm like perfectly fine. And I'm like,
You almost see in slow motion for a second. So he kind of tosses his hair around.
he's like, my hair's perfect. I look completely fine.
You look
I
amazing.
reheal all of my hit points.
Wow.
I say.
Okay.
You
So
look
who's gonna go on the slide? Is it
Well-
just gonna be me and
Oh,
Dill, or
I will.
all right?
So you just give him that
Not all,
motivation,
sir.
and he just can just all that. Wow.
All right.
Slides are powerful.
I will clean up and go to sleep. You guys have fun.
I did make it so we have the shared room, and all of the beds are just enormous and very fluffy and bouncy. Perfect for jumping on.
Can you conjure up a bath?
Try and conjure up a bath.
You attempt to conjure up a bath, and the most you can get is a nice water basin.
Works for me.
Almost as if they. Well, I don't know. Actually.
Very specific restriction.
Yeah.
Michelangelo painting
Yeah.
bowl of water.
No. It's so.
No, I get it.
Yeah, everything seems to be carved from the same kind of wood and stone. There are other things, but as far as a heated bath of sorts or any kind of large supply of water, there are some restrictions. So you have a very large wash basin of clear, lukewarm water, room temperature even.
Well, I kind of meant in my room, but you know this is great too. This is
Are we all just gonna wash basin right here?
It seems gross.
Like I'm okay with that
Totally
because
fine.
The 6 wash basins appear.
We could also go to the bathhouse.
I don't have the
I
answer
forgot
for
that there is a
that
bathhouse.
is nicer than I do some warm water
don't-
sound.
That's where I'm gonna go there right now. Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna go then. Yeah.
Yes,
I'll
I feel
let him have
great.
all the
So
fun.
I am quite exhausted.
you did work very hard. You did. And tell us about that.
Give me double
The
the time
wings.
and I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Oh, those?
Yes. Where did those come from?
Oh yeah, your big old.
Well, I mentioned you when we were chatting with little one. I don't know much about my heritage.
They're pretty.
I'm of celestial blood. That's about all I know.
Seems like a little more celestial blood than you let on.
It's
Well, if
very interesting.
I get worked up enough, or the need calls for it, they just kind of happen.
So you can't do it. He's like gonna like reach around your arm. You can't do it right now.
No, nothing will come out of there.
How do they work with your armor? Do they are they
They're-
in your back? Do they break through your chains?
What I've found is they're really just for show. They're not real. Like you can wave through them. They allow me to fly, but
I don't
was gonna
remember.
say.
Do they flap when you fly, or are they kind of like just like?
it's
Was it,
out of character or in character.
I'm asking.
I mean, because
in
you
character.
watched.
I
Everything is in character.
I've got to be honest.
Well-
I remember seeing it, but I was I
they-
was a
Bailey.
little out of it.
In the moment, do your wings flap, or are they just bright depictions of wings that allow you to?
They flap, but not nearly as fast as they would need to actually project. It's like
So
a
it's like-
graceful,
It's like a
flow.
L'Oreal commercial. A generic
That's
It's like I was gonna say
your
CGI where it's like
hair.
slow.
Yeah.
You're
No,
like-
it
you're
is
doing a
kind of
whole
like that.
shampoo commercial over there.
Maybe it's
They are.
magic.
Yeah. Gosh.
Can we
pie.
change our name?
Maybe
Damn
he's
you.
born with it.
Maybe it's magic.
I'm probably not gonna go to
We're
the bathhouse.
God. We are so getting sued for that.
No, we
No,
are not.
we didn't mean
It's
it.
completely original.
It's
Yeah,
You should sponsor us.
I would say same thing. I'll probably help Ronan up.
I'm not gonna go
wherever
to the
he's
bathhouse.
going,
Thank you.
and I'm not going
Dane
either.
and Jonah in the bathhouse.
I think I better stay as well.
Are you going to?
I don't think I can handle it.
We're gonna split the party.
God, you're splitting the party.
Half the party is sleeping. So
Yeah,
you
you'll need to talk to us.
I'd
sorry,
rather
someone
have
gave me
a
2
good
points of
bath.
exhaustion.
the Home Depot dads staying
Dude, all
behind.
that Home Depot dad work really paid off in the end. You think
Yeah.
about
It
it?
did. Home
We
Depot
really
dads
inspected it
coming.
long enough, and then
God, why didn't you name yourselves the Home Depot dads?
I don't know.
Missed
I don't know if we
opportunity.
can do that.
The generic hardware store dad?
We're just the dads.
The dads. The dads and Saren.
As the dads
Sarah's
go
like
to bed,
Honorary dad.
your rooms are
Child.
just as extravagant, if not even more. Large, triple king-sized, cushy beds with
Flannel.
a, for yours, if you want. There is.
I'm just going with like the log cabin vibe.
No, it's still kind of got the bedding still kind of has the feel of like your like rich grandma, where it's like it's got like tons and tons of pillows and like really nice sheets.
Big comfort.
Like
Yeah,
s-
they're
like a
no
satin or a
huge
silk.
comforter.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Like overlayer.
Well,
so it's,
there's like
shiny.
an underlayer of
Okay.
like a silk kind of thing, so it's like just like soft and cooling, and then the large comforter just kind of encompasses you.
Sarah knows
And these huge, like ornately carved posters at the four points of the bed. There are drapes to enclose yourself, and the night is yours if you wish to just go off to bed.
I think I just maybe like look over my shoulder real quick and then just be like, a little less would be nice.
It becomes less extravagant. It is no longer a four-poster bed.
haters.
It has a really nice.
Come back.
It has a very nice carved headboard, but there are now 2 pillows and a comforter.
All right, now I'll go in.
There's a
and
desk space that appears to fill the interior.
I'll just
Adds a little feng shui.
throw my book on that and be done for the
You toss
day.
your spell book, and in your bag you also have the additional spell book that you have collected, or they collected for you while you were away from the table. In a language you can't quite understand. Actually, what languages do you speak?
Just common and the goblin language.
Goblinoid.
You don't understand it.
Luckily, we're in Canada.
Yep. Luckily,
Lucky
3 of you.
I am going to, as exhausted I am going to pull out my journal. And I assume there's a little, like, seating area.
Just whatever you
Just a little
want.
simple table and chair. And I'll sit down and just stare at a new page and try to get details of what happened. I'm trying to basically make a Shimshime edition, adding whatever, because you said it kind of was drifting out of memory, correct?
Mm-hmm. You take a moment to focus, and it's still there.
I'll
You can-
scroll it down
There,
painfully.
yeah, it is painful. reason probably of its permittance in your mind is from some forms of post-traumatic internalization of it.
I mostly focus on a sketch and just combat stuff. So dazed looks after passing through people. And I'll like put a quill to the paper thinking of the rhyme. And then I'll pull away and close my book and head into bed.
So you head to bed. The events of the entire day really still fresh in the brain. You are able to, after a certain time, find some respite. As are the rest of you, if there's nothing else you want to do. Ronan, as you get in bed and you gently kind of place your semi-bruised and broken body between the sheets, you're able to fall asleep. All of you are. As you three exit the House of Rest into the late, cool summer night air of the Court of Air. The steam and bathhouse just barely across from you. Just a quick jaunt away.
Well, this has been a long time coming. Very excited
Bathhouse.
for it.
Bathhouse.
Indeed. Indeed.
As you make your way up to the bathhouse, you can see that it is from like the front of it to where the wall is of Candlekeep. It's actually not that far. It's maybe like 10 feet, so it's like a really skinny kind of building and not super long either. But you step inside through the nice hewn door and once again are greeted by an extra dimensional space. You can see.
I love this place.
Yeah. You step through and it is it is just as the sun is beginning to set in a beautiful grove. You see there are a handful of people at this hour that are milling about, kind of exiting, it seems, returning the towels and the bathrobes and stuff. But there is kind of a section that appears to be like a weird stone desk or slab or something. I don't know. And the surrounding landscape, you have not a ton of room before everything starts to get swallowed by trees, but there are additional doorways just freestanding on the ground. As you see someone look up. Hello, how can I help you?
We're trying to bathe.
That we can do for you.
Cool.
Good.
Great.
That's,
We do.
That's why we're here.
Of course, that's why everybody's here. Now, we do have a small fee. We have, essentially, he offers you 3 packages. There's the copper package, which is 10 copper pieces. The silver package, which is 10 silver pieces, and then the gold package, which is 5 gold pieces.
I think I'll take the gold package.
I don't have money.
Oh.
We will take. The 3 of us will take the gold package.
Yes.
Extravagant.
And I pass 15 gold pieces.
Oh.
What are we?
What? Well, all right. Great. Yeah. No. Good. Perfect.
No
Yeah.
concept of money.
An evening of wonderful care is brought to you 3.
Nice.
As
Wonderful.
you step through. Yeah. You guys, in the words of Taliesin Jaffe, you are pampering yourself more on graph paper than you have ever in real life. No, you step through another extra dimensional doorway, and this one is more of, there are structures of Grecian design, heated pools with eucalyptus steam rising off of them. It is wonderful.
It's like home. He gets excited.
It is kind of like home.
There's a lot of steam at home.
There's a lot of everything at home.
Steamy place. The
Well, we
Feywild.
usually have like a
Yeah, no, please.
river.
Okay.
It's not usually.
And it's hot enough to
No.
do this. Oh,
Not very hot.
okay. So
Warm.
it's really just water. Is the similarity.
Water, home.
What with like the Grecian pillars
Yeah,
and like the
she-
smell.
Oh, I
and
see,
everything.
I
Just
see.
the familiarity
I
of
Don't
like the.
don't jack her
Yeah.
character mode.
Yeah, I like
There's a
it.
lot of water
Jonah's
in the
trying to
Yeah.
understand.
She is struggling to explain
just-
the
yeah.
water part, which is not the important part.
There is indeed lots of room temperature water in the Feywild.
For the evening, between your pamperings and treatments and cleanings, is there anything that you wish to discuss with each other or attempt to do? Anything specific that you wish to ask for? You want your hair cleaned? You want your nails polished or facial? Whatever you may want, they can help out with.
Oh, just it's just full on everything, feeling like a princess. Although she does eat the cucumbers off her eyes, she does not really know.
I would like a nice massage, and I'm gonna say that by this time, since the beginning of our travels, my beard has kind of grown in
Mm-hmm.
a lot more. I just like to have it kind of like trimmed up.
Nice.
Indeed. Easily done.
I just have like my unruly hair is just kind of like brought back. It's just very nicely like slicked and combed and styled now.
I guess I'd probably get like a nice little bang trim, you
Mhm.
know, because that's a thing you do
I would like
with hair.
really hot bath, like
Yeah.
almost boiled alive.
That is
Just kidding,
the
not that hot.
not you were offered a hot bath as well as a heated jacuzzi of sorts to round off the treatment.
Good.
Just a final
We had the
and it is a mineral pool, so you are really getting everything for this.
Super
If
rejuvenating.
any of you guys were exhausted, I bet you wouldn't be anymore.
Yeah,
Shame.
something
It's
like that.
okay, Saren will
I feel
want to
it.
go back every day.
I feel even better than the great I already felt.
I took no damage.
Is there anything else that you're doing for this evening, or should we cut back to home?
I think we're going back. I'm going back and going to sleep.
I
After
think
this.
it's going back and immediately waking Vita up to be like, we have to go back tomorrow.
Vita, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest.
Hilarious.
No,
That's awesome.
you hear
Exhaustion, like-
all about Saren's wonderful time at the bathhouse, and between you, as soon as she starts talking about the second extra dimensional space, you start kind of nodding off slowly.
Okay.
Do we have? Is there anything that we want to discuss at the bathhouse?
I guess that's probably.
Oh yeah. We're
How about that?
Are we cutting back? We're cutting back.
bathhouse. Right?
Retroactive conversation.
Okay.
How about
Sorry.
that, that shadow fight. That
Yeah.
was exciting.
I mean, the only thing I knew about ghosts before is that they emitted some kind of goop or goo, and it doesn't seem like that thing was either goop or goo. So now I guess I just don't know anything about ghosts.
I called it. She's munching on the cucumber from her eye. She has one on still.
Well, yeah, like in the end it was a ghost, but most of the time. it
But
was-
I told you
Yeah.
that it was one.
Yeah, you did say that. Well, anyway, and tomorrow, I guess we're just back to our study groups.
Back to
huh?
studying. Yeah, study groups.
Yeah.
I like our study group. We're a good.
we should, yeah, maybe we could go by that. The study group.
You guys split the study groups too. Not only did you split the party, you split the groups.
Wow.
What's
Look,
the
we
difference?
should dish on our study groups. We could share. We could share what our person wants to study.
Well,
I don't actually know, so it wouldn't be very helpful.
I'm also not entirely sure what Kate wants to study. But
Roman's being very helpful to me, though. I don't really know what else he has going on.
for your
my
shadow man.
Yeah, my shadow man. He's a problem sometimes. You know, sometimes he.
Not as bad as Shem Sham.
Well,
Right. That's
I-
like the worst version of,
Yeah.
like on a scale of...
Shim Sham was scarier, but to be fair, I've never actually seen Shim Sham kill anybody. You said Shim Sham kill anybody, yeah.
I know.
Shim Sham was...
Chim Chim, well, he's a great guy. I go, well, technically, I've never seen Shem Shime kill anyone, so
you
technically
kind of,
right now my echo's a little worse.
you have a little bit of a detachment from Shem Shime
Yeah,
and his violence.
As far as if I had to compare which one I'm more scared of, I would probably be more scared of my own shadow.
The demons within ourselves.
Your shadow
I,
doesn't sing.
It doesn't sing. That would be scarier. Yeah.
Aye.
But he
Just-
does murder. He does do that.
Just add more hit points next time.
On occasion.
What do you... Is this hot enough for you, Dill?
Jill's in a little like cup.
What?
just, like,
Sorry about that. I
running
was exfoliating.
around. Has him, like, triggered.
I don't know.
This was a PG.
Naked.
He's rubbing his arms. Okay.
You can
my
like
bad.
scrub your legs. That's like the
Yeah.
most common place to exfoliate, probably.
Yeah,
I know. I'm kidding.
What is going on at this table? We're all falling
But-
apart. You.
But I mean, even more important than that, I just need to find my the person I was protecting. I mean,
Aye.
Is she your lady friend?
She sounds special.
I don't know if I'd call her my lady friend.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, tell us about your lady friend, Jonah.
Well,
Lady friend is more than friend. Yes?
Iluna is she's a
Iluna.
brilliant
She's a
brilliant mage, and
Is she pretty?
a mage.
she's objectively, yes, she is beautiful.
I don't know what objectively means.
Me neither.
Well, okay, can't help with that one. But she, by all means, yes, she is beautiful, and she's brilliant, and I don't know where she is, and that's why I'm here.
We'll find her.
First and
We'll
foremost,
find her. We'll help you find her. That's
I
what our
appreciate
study
She
group
is
is
your
about,
lady
is helping
friend.
each other
We will
out.
find her.
well, if you thinking that helps you help me find her, then you may think of her as my lady friend all you want.
Oh,
Okay.
You see now he's just looking for excuses to let people call her his lady
Okay,
friend.
it's only her.
I think
All right,
it's-
you can stick to Iluna. That's her name.
All right, I'll call her.
Yeah. But I must admit, it seemed very desolate when it was just me, but I'm actually very, very hopeful for my odds now. And I mean, as long as we're here, we're not running around and, I don't know, running the risk of somebody seeing a wanted sign from far off, so I'm feeling the safest I have in a while.
And no more ghosts.
And please, no more ghosts.
I'm grateful for what happened today.
Me too.
It's good to know that Vide's willing to make those choices.
Yeah.
He has wings.
Does have.
And that he has wings. That's also good to know.
I did not know that.
No. Oh, you didn't know. That's extra special then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that V-Day
What a guy.
is something.
Nobody loves Vide more than me.
Sarah went.
I mean that in a, not like literally, because I'm sure that we all love him very much.
Right.
I just,
Right, I'm sure we all love him equal amounts, right,
Mhm.
Sarah? Moving on.
just in the same way that I like to say, nobody loves cucumbers more than me. Even though I'm sure that there's some kind of cucumber fanatic out there who...
Love. Blink, blink.
Yes, you know what love means. Dill, what's the word for love in Sylvan?
I thought we established that she doesn't speak Sylvan.
I
You
do,
not-
I do
Oh, you do speak
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
It's my
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
I
right.
don't speak Sylvan.
It's you.
No,
It's Celestial that you're
Celestial.
speaking.
I'm assuming this is not a topic
It's,
that was brought up at all.
It's not like.
It's been a while,
It's
honestly.
not agape, is it?
It's not. It's not agape. It's and he chitters. He chitters a short syllabled word in Sylvan.
Agape.
Oh.
It's not agape. It does. It clicks with you.
Or is it?
I see. Yes, very much.
And that's how I feel about cucumbers.
Oh,
She has the
Wait.
second cucumber on
Yeah.
her eye, and she's going to offer it to you.
wait. If you're talking about like loving cucumbers, because that was the wrong word. Then.
I say,
Do you
no.
want this?
That was
I see.
only a joke. I actually I don't love cucumbers. They kind of have like too much of a watery taste. You know, I like my
gonna
food to
eat the
taste like
cucumber.
have a lot of flavor in it. You know what I mean?
Dane Ironfist, you don't like cucumbers?
Well, I prefer them pickled.
It's like I don't know you.
Wow.
Come on, Dill.
Is a wait. Is a pickled cucumber just a pickle?
It's a pickled cucumber. You can pickle all sorts of things.
Right, but isn't a pickle just a
Pickle is
cucumber
candy.
that's
Well,
been
no. If I was
pickled?
having like pickled onions,
Right.
it wouldn't be. Oh, look at this pickle. It's a pickled onion.
No, but a pickle isn't just, that's not a vegetable on its own.
Well, you're saying that pickle. You're saying pickle is the default.
More hot water.
No, I'm just,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
What,
right.
what
Yeah.
is a pickle?
Maybe from this
What is
day
a pickle?
forward.
Yes. What is
Do
a
you
pickle?
have any? Do you have a pickle?
I can't. I can't say. We may have some left over from our lunch that we had as a staff.
Now, when I said
What
pickle,
kind of pickles?
did you think of a pickled
Tilted.
cucumber? Is that the first kind of pickle you thought of when I said that? When I was like, "Do you have a pickle?" You're like, "Pickled cucumber."
I would assume the metaphorical pickle would be
The default
the
pickle?
default pickle. Well, this
Yeah.
metaphorical pickle does resemble the default pickle.
Well, what I'm saying is,
Well,
if
you
you,
say
if
that
you
as
took
if-
that cucumber, right? You have some cucumbers back there.
Of
If you took
course.
that cucumber and put it,
Can I
you know,
have more?
in the sort of pickling fermentation process for a while, right? And then you took it out.
They had left the
What is
bathhouse
that
and they
now that
came
you
back
have?
for this.
That's-
I just want to say that.
It's a pickle.
A pickled cucumber.
Right, a pickle. That's what
Not
I'm saying.
just a. You see, if you had said a pickle to me,
Oh.
I would have thought a pickled beet as like the default pickle.
What?
Whereas
Where do
now,
you come from? That
it's-
pickled beets are more.
I feel like that's the default pickle. Whereas
Can
I'll
you-
be back with more water.
if it's a pickled cucumber, it's a pickled cucumber.
What can you pickle chicken?
Can you pickle?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you can pickle meat. Sorry.
You can pickle meat.
I feel like
Thank you, Professor Bailey.
Thanks, Professor Bale.
Thanks, Professor Bailey.
I must tell you, I've
I'm
pickled
not
meat before. You can.
Wow, I've never had pickled meat.
I have
quite
to add it
honestly.
to the list. I've not tried it that way.
Wow. Do you have a list of
It's a
how
short.
you
It's,
like to consume chicken?
it's a short list.
Have you seen it?
Roasted,
Cucumber. He just starts
Braised.
exfoliating in front of you.
Cooked.
pickled,
Pickle. She does not have a.
with
a-
cheese, with bread,
Okay, aside from your pickle,
with mayonnaise.
I think we get it. Okay. Aside from your pickling conversations, which you can continue if you so wish, I don't want to deprive you of that. But it's there.
I'm pickled out.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm pretty pickled out too. Not gonna lie.
I like my pickles.
I have a big long list of study
Sweet.
things
I
back
like
here,
sweet.
and you're talking about
Like sweet
pickles.
pickles more than
People have
regular
been-
pickles.
Sarah adds it to her list.
regular
Of course.
pickles.
Right, or I mean, like a dill pickle.
What?
Sorry, what was that?
What
You're
about
going
your,
to pickle
What
dill?
about Dill's
No.
pickle?
Whoa.
You don't have that phrase. It's very common in Cormier, okay? When the regular pickle that you'd usually find is called a dill. I thought that was why you were called dill. Is that not the reason?
No, dill means something entirely different.
You
Something.
made
It's-
you
Wow.
made pickles
Yes.
out of dills?
No, calm down. All right,
A dill-
Sarah. Jeez.
But I
Sarah,
think
there
dill
was only
pickle,
one dill. How could he possibly make pickles out of
Good.
me without me
Good.
knowing?
But I mean that. Oh man, I don't even.
There is but one
There-
dill, and there
Dill
will
just-
always only
And
be.
he is not pickled.
Just go back to your exfoliating dill.
Good man.
Gross. You're in a
Oh.
place.
I need to get out of this bath.
Or throw something at you really badly.
At this point, I think we conclude our
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
You stand up.
And now,
You stand up.
Yeah, I stand up. Yeah.
Okay.
And
No more pickled comments.
Meat has been being pickled for thousands of years before refrigeration, because they could just pickle it and just leave it out.
Oh yes.
That's also when people died.
people don't die anymore.
People used to die back then.
Remember that?
I'm so glad we came up with the technology to avoid that.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Luckily, we don't have to die. That's good.
So at this point our bath is over, and now I go wake up V-Day
Okay.
with the
Now
purging.
we will go back to the present.
Okay.
Sorry.
Man,
Now
all
that's
talk
your-
about pickles made me hungry. Let's go to the hearth.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, your retroactive pickle conversation comes to an end.
Very important
We'll move
conversation.
forward. You all go to bed. Is there anything else you wish to be doing?
Is there a tiny little bed for Dill next to my bed, like on the nightstand?
Of course.
Good.
It doesn't even shift to adjust. Saren just pictured it in her mind.
I got you.
As you all head to bed, your aching, bruised forms and your massive headaches, the night comes to. You all fall asleep. Jonah, in your dreams, you...
Oh, yeah.
Don't you dare, don't you dare.
There we go.
No. In your dreams, as you are sifting through the various probabilities of the outcomes of that fight, you pictured things and tactics you could have done differently. One of which in particular involves a particularly intricate kind of two-man form with your echo. And as you cut down Shemsheim as he disappears, leaving only your echo to face you, you find you can't move your body as you raise your arm to kind of mimic its. Finally. I don't know what you're doing or who you think you are. But you and I are not done yet, and you will release me. And you hear the ominous echo of dozens of the same voice. You turn your head slowly as he turns his, and you can see refracting back and forth the same image of you two, moving simultaneously as you stand within a large, completely empty, glassy field filled with Jonas. As you turn your head back, you just stare each other in the eye until the vision fades to black. And Dane, in your consciousness, you see a similar sight, in the sense that from an overview, you are witnessing a vision of Jonah conversing with himself, his own echo, before it fractals out into many different versions and then kind of reverse fractals back in. You see the image of the two of them slowly fade to black as a bright light appears from behind you that you dare not turn towards, but you hear the familiar voice that once echoed in your dreams long before. He is the one.
I understand.
Guard him closely. Guard others around him. You'll find your path. Until then, my champion. Stay true. As you feel the warmth decreasing, and you too find your rest. you all gain the benefits of a long rest, as well as level up.
This was unexpected.
Thank you, Shem Shem.
Thank you.
So,
We love Shum Shum here.
you can, as you all wake up in the interior of the House of Rest, your various extravagant rooms and freshly rested bodies, everyone that had a point of exhaustion loses 1 point. So, those of you with 2 still have 1. You still have disadvantage on ability checks. The splitting migraine has subsided to a basic headache for you 3, who had 2. And there's a slight kind of... It's hard to keep your eyes open for very long periods of time, especially in the bright light. But you are rested, you are recovered, and the day is yours. Don't worry about rolling hit points. We'll roll that after the session.
Oh, we can attest for each other.
I
Yeah,
can
we already have.
Bailey can attest for
You know what? Roll your hit points, right?
Sorry.
We're on camera and this
Roll
is
an 8
Yeah,
and saw
we're
it,
just
right?
doing it on
Saw
camera.
With that
We'll do
dice.
what?
She got an 8. I got a 4.
I got a 4.
Okay, add your con mods.
I will. Roll mine again. 5.
5.
I got an 8. He got a 7.
Yeah.
Deal.
Nice.
What did you get, King? 4. Good. Go ahead and add that plus your Constitution modifier to your hit points.
My spells are 3rd level now.
I got second level spells and 2 attacks.
Do I have 3 level spells?
Yeah, we got this
All
one.
very exciting stuff.
Oh
We
yeah,
have not,
it's a
like,
good
changed.
level.
Like we got the same amount.
5th level's the
spell
best
slots now.
Kind of
Still
slaps.
progressing. This
The morning comes to. What are you all doing?
To the library.
As you make your way to the Pillars of Pedagogy, you are greeted by the same kind of, how I had kind of described it before, as like almost like a guardhouse almost. It's just an initial building before leading you behind the wall where there were the pardon me.
Bless you.
Oh
Oh, what happened there?
Oh no.
Choked on spittle.
Yeah, that's what happened. Rocks fall, you all die. No, you come to the gatehouse where behind the wall you can see the dozen or so cylindrical towers, known as the Pillars of Pedagogy. There you're greeted by the same dwarven man who sits there. Welcome back. About you group, are you the, as he kind of looks down, the wandering few?
That's us.
Yeah, would be.
You have a special visitor in your room. Right this way, please. As he turns around and leads you out the back. Back into the, not into the court of air, but back out behind the initial building, and he leads you into the tallest of the towers of pedagogy.
We're all here, right?
You're all there. Yes.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure it was.
Atop this one in particular, you can see there is a, the one that makes this kind of stand out from the rest is there is a large apparatus of some kind placed on top of this building that is slowly kind of turning. You can see many concentric circles that are rotating at a very slow pace. And
Like a
there's
clock?
not really like a clock. It's a big kind of spherical thing almost, but they're just rings that are kind
Oh,
of
I see.
rotating around it. And there is a large kind of a weather vane of sorts. That's what it's called, right?
The things that like
Yeah, like
change direction
yeah,
for the weather.
yeah. Kind of. It's almost like that, but it's got like 6 different points on it, and one of the things is longer. You can't quite make heads or tails of it, but that is what's atop this tower in particular. You're taken into the cylindrical building, and immediately you can see a nice kind of open loft area with cushions and tables, as well as bookshelves and a few of the avowed kind of coming out of a ramped staircase almost that is next to the regular staircase. They're just kind of, as they're taking the carts down, The carts are filled with books as they kind of exit. The top floor, you'll be able to find, well, you'll find who you find. Additionally, the beginnings of your studies have been collected, and you are free to stay as long as you wish.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks.
If you need anything, don't ask me. So he turns around and walks out.
Shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Jordan and I are going to peel off.
Okay.
Are we?
Should
We're
we see
find
who's
the person.
upstairs?
Person.
I talked to them together.
Wait, are we peeling off?
Backing up.
I
There is a guest for you, as well as your studies in the top floor room.
Epic. Okay, I see.
Said.
I understood.
So
Yeah,
there's not much that there's not many places you can go to peel off
Yeah,
necessarily.
that's chilling. I misunderstood that.
yeah, right, we're just going up to the top floor for
Sick. Never mind. We don't peel off.
That's fine.
Now I'm confused.
You ascend the staircase, which seems to wrap around the building almost. There are times where there are windows where you can see into various open study rooms. You can see members of the Avowed kind of poring over their own personal things. There's one in particular that seems to be amidst a sea of papers and blueprints and stuff, writing in a very fine quill into a freshly bound book. As you pass through another, you see some people seemingly testing out some arcane spellcraft of sorts. And another room that is just completely filled with illusory stars. You see people in their various states of research and study. But you can tell that each kind of floor is split off into, as you pass by hallways, you can see each floor is kind of separated into 4 different rooms, and then 4 more. You crest the upper room where this is just one, the top floor is just one gargantuan, elaborate kind of penthouse study room, I guess is the best way to describe it. The apparatus that you saw before seems to spread downward into the pillar itself. And you can see there are these kind of these dark gray stone slates with glowing blue sigils that are kind of drifting across it, seemingly in some way that you can't quite comprehend, gauging something using the apparatus. And there in the room, by herself, is the woman that you saw before with Vanar Uvesik. She's just kind of looking out a back window, her back facing you. There's a very large window kind of overseeing the court of air.
Well, look who it is.
Our friend.
Uh-huh.
Look who it is indeed. Now, it's time to introduce myself. I am Grand Reader Tellus Avoste. I am one of the... Sorry. I'm one of the...
his last name, I'm sorry.
Her last name
sorry.
is Avoste. Ahvoste. I'm one of the 8 great readers here at Candlekeep. And in particular, I am the primary arbiter of magic, curses, and the weave in particular. That is my expertise. And you have piqued my interest. Primarily, I wish to congratulate you on your success in helping defend this great citadel against the terrors of the old curse from a long time ago. The book has, since then, returned to intensive guard and will be further studied for proper ways of containing it. I hear that you all might be staying here for a little bit. Is that right?
As long as it takes, indeed.
What in particular are you trying to glean from our vast array of knowledge and arcana, and various tomes and literature.
A way to end a curse and find a lost friend.
Seems to correlate with my notes on you, Mr. Pyrebrand.
I need a translator. And books.
Well, books we have. I am prepared to assist you. On not quite a personal level, but with all the power that I can muster, and all the influence that I have on this great city. For Cain Agronal, she holds a book out to you, from my personal collection, may assist you in your studies. She hands over a large, very old tome with just a symbol kind of emblazoned into it. And for the esteemed Master Pyrebrand, also from my personal collection, she slides a darker bound book towards you. For the rest of you, your studies lie a little bit out of my personal collection, but we are willing and ready and able to help. Now, you may stay here as long as you wish, with your tributes that you have offered to the Gate Warden and the services that you have rendered. We are grateful enough to have you stay for time and time again, and you will always be honored here amongst the pillars.
Thank you.
But something tells me that you may be a little more interested in dusty old tomes than... Sorry, I misspoke. You may be a little more interested in some other things I might have to offer than just sitting here reading dusty old tomes all day.
I love dusty old tomes.
Well, we'll let her speak for a second. I love them.
I love dusty old tomes too, don't get me wrong, but in particular, each of the great readers has a entourage of sorts. That's not quite the word I was looking for. I am hoping to offer you a position of patronage. It's always handy to have a intrepid group of sellswords and do-gooders to help out with a few adventures that I myself cannot embark on. It is a well-paying job, of course, and comes with many benefits, including, but not limited to, entrance into the great city beyond the Emerald Door, payment for acquisitions of new tomes, each depending on their rarity and who may want them, of differing prices. And in return, we draw up contracts for occasional adventures. Tasks, if you will. Things that need to be done.
I mean, I'm no sellsword, and I don't always do good. But you've piqued my interest.
What lies beyond the Emerald Door?
Beyond the Emerald Door, of course, is the Great Library, where we get all of these books. Each of those towers, beyond the Court of Air, holds a near infinite array of any book that you could want. Now, normally, visitors, seekers, as you're known as, are not permitted within the inner walls, within the inner city, within the Great Library. But there are certain wonders to behold. Each of the avowed there has a location of residence and personal study, if you will. They often set up shop to make a spare bit of coin, show their interesting findings, but they all work and they all live there. Additionally, we have some important guests come in and out to help with import and general maintenance. as well as bringing things that we may not be able to supply ourselves. The boons, I suppose, of being on the interior is you would not be locked down in particular to the pillars of pedagogy for your own study. You could seek out your own information. Although I would suggest that you take an avowed with you, as the system with which we have to separate our tomes is quite extensive. But it gives you a freedom that you would not otherwise have.
I do like the thought of being able to leave the city and come back.
And we would be friends. More
And
friends is good.
Friends are good.
We seem to be pretty good at this whole adventuring thing also.
I
Give us
agree.
something fun to do between books.
We killed a ghost.
We did kill a
It's
ghost.
true. Not
Maybe-
bad for a few wanderers. right?
Well, I don't know that we killed it. That book
We at
seemed
least
pretty
contained
alive. We trapped it.
I
It's
made
gone.
my position known a while ago. As long as we can travel together, I'll take it. It's better than being alone.
Kane?
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll see why not.
It's like,
I'm in.
And you like books?
I do like books. And I like adventures just as much.
Wonderful.
looks like you've got yourself a team.
Well, within the walls of Candlekeep there are many mysterious outcomings and foreshadowings of events. There are many things that we have here that we don't quite fully understand, and that is the beauty of our study. In particular, as she reaches behind and pulls out a large kind of aqua blue wrapped book with very, very old looking pages. She places it down on the table in front of you. Whenever you have a moment, perhaps give this a once over. See what you think, and come visit me in the halls of exaltation, where my tower lies. Seek Eranar Ur, my assistant. He can help bring you to where I am.
Is that beyond the Emerald Door?
You are recognized, however, and shall be let in through the Emerald Door whenever you please.
Great.
Now, I have much work to do, many things to report, and bedtime rhymes to piece apart. But if there's anything we can do for you, as she snaps her fingers, and up the stairs behind you comes several avowed with carts of books that you've seen before, feel free to ask. We're happy to assist you here.
Thank you, Grand Reader.
We're very grateful.
Of course.
Hey, curtsy.
She nods back and smiles a bit. I'll be away now. Enjoy your study. She kind of, in a very elegant way, kind of walks in, almost seeming like she's gliding kind of back towards the staircase.
Well, I'm
She
excited.
is cool.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like we can take our studies on the road.
Well, if we do enough and do good work, she may ask some avowed to kind of do some studying for us.
Right, that would be very helpful. I'm not much of a reader myself, so
I
might be
am, but
helpful.
you can only
Well-
read so much on your own.
It sounds like your studies are more pressing than mine, so I can help you if you'd like.
Well, I certainly wouldn't mind, but I mean, you came here for a reason. I mean, I would hate to take away time from your studying.
Oh, well, my, those ancient ruins are always going to be there.
You're right. They are ancient, for a reason.
Aye.
As long as I have a safe place inside these walls, my matters aren't very urgent either.
Sure.
The avowed begin placing several stacks of books in six distinct locations, as there are 6 avowed to
Oh,
help each one of you.
Is this our study room? Do we study here?
Yes, this loft has a handful of very large tables. So in
I love libraries.
I want to like excitedly go up to each pile and like look at each book to see which one I can assume is mine.
Yeah, there
Just
is
like a kid on Christmas, like.
in particular, there's one that's excuse me, miss, if you don't mind. An older gentleman kind of gestures over to you, gestures you over to him. Jeez. You are Saren.
Yes, that's
correct. Okay. I did quite a bit of digging as we had some additional time on some of the things that you had requested. However, there were some more broad terms. Something about broken glass is not really a study topic. However,
you asked for? How to make a window.
I did provide with you some glass blowing technique books, if that does help.
Awesome.
But he kind of gestures to the pile and he begins pointing some things out to you for you to begin your study.
Can you translate?
I am the translator, yes. What would you like me to... do you have the tome of script in particular?
She's gonna turn around and drop her shirt.
Whoa! As he gets very frustrated. And then...
Dear.
Whoa. Okay,
Oh, someone's having an exciting study
For
session.
the record, she turned around and then dropped
Yeah.
her shirt. So you guys are getting a full show right now.
Oh,
He's
gosh.
fine. He just has back.
Oh.
But
Quite
it's
the
innocent.
library.
It's innocent.
Wow.
you guys begin your study. So for this, you all have study resources available to you. You can individually make rolls to see kind of what you glean in however long you study for, or you can begin to assist each other in your areas of information that you want to learn from.
I'm here to help Jonah first and foremost. So.
Nice. Sounds great.
I would probably also be helping.
Okay. So, in particular, you are each given kind of a card of sorts that has just all the books that have been presented today, the basises of what you have asked for. It's not a lot, but it is something for you to start on and then more or less kind of follow the...
Yeah, definitely hitting up
thread
the
of-
personal collection first, the Darkly Bound book that she gave me.
So, the book that she gave you in particular is called... Oh no, sorry, I lost it. This one is called The Arcana of Probability and its Applications to Metamagic.
Cool.
You can begin to read from that if you want. So,
Totally.
you two are studying together? Okay. You can go ahead and make a... what is it? You can make a roll a d20 with advantage and add your intelligence modifier.
Come on, Jonah.
Not bad. Not bad. It's a 14.
Okay.
We'll take it.
With a 14, we will get to that in a minute. Keep the 14 in mind.
Cool.
Are you two studying together, or are you studying your own pile?
I am gonna help her. I would maybe. Is the aqua book just like in like a middle table?
It is.
I would just maybe look at it for a title on my way over.
Okay.
I don't want to touch it. I'm shying away from books a little bit right now. I think I'll help Saren, but more of a kind of like peeking over the shoulder, stay as far away as possible.
Right.
Books
So
make me
you look.
uncomfortable.
There is. That's fine. You can see kind of stamped in the leather is the Book of Cylinders. That's what it's titled.
Nice.
But that's, as you just kind of are inspecting it a little bit, you can go to pick it up and there's a hollow rattle to it.
I put it back down. Funny sounding book over here.
Well, we love those.
Nope. I sure don't.
After about 15 minutes for you, your personal avowed is flabbergasted. I have no idea what this is. I am the linguist here, and I can't even begin to translate this. However, promise you, if you could actually just put your shirt back on, that would be fantastic.
You still haven't put it back on?
Face buried in a mud.
Does that say... Does that... Liam,
Yes.
if I just glance over at it and I have the capability to read any written language, would I notice any words jump out?
Do you have the capability to read any written language?
I do have that capability.
You know you have that capability. You look over, and you can see just kind of in your... As you let your eyes kind of glaze over for a second and begin to invoke the invocation of that. You can see the letters kind of tremble and start to shift. None of you see this. This is just in your mind's eye. And as they kind of shuffle through various kind of languages and things, nothing starts to click.
Huh. That's super weird.
Right? It is.
Getting dressed.
Thank you.
No, I can't. No, hold on. Let me see your shoulder. Because
Oh.
I just...
We're gonna like cover and shoulder because he's uncomfortable and she can tell.
No. You... It is indecipherable by your magical means as of right now.
What's wrong, Dan?
However,
No,
I've taken down a copy of the script, and I will pour my entire heart and soul into it.
Now let me see this real fast. Hold on. I take it from him.
Okay.
I'm really
You can
confused
count
right
on Oren Glass. Excuse me.
I've never seen... No, this is... It must be just gibberish. Because if this was a real language, I could read it.
Young man.
I can read anything. Anything.
Right. I assume...
No, see, look.
I assume that you are a well-learned man,
You see
but
that tattoo that you have? It says dragon
Dress
love.
says dragon love on it?
It
Yeah,
says-
I know.
And I don't even speak whatever language that is. I promise. I should be able to read.
It's in common.
It sounds. That's my favorite play.
I can't
Dragon
read it.
love.
Dragon love.
Well, if you can't decipher it, then... As he kind of takes it back,
Sir.
I'm sure I can give it my best go.
No, even if you put on those magic translating glasses, promise.
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
I would just like to apologize. He comes across as that sometimes. He means no harm. He honestly, I believe him. I'm sure he can actually read anything written down.
What is glass blowing?
Well, as he kind of goes back over to the books and starts kind of pointing things out.
I thought Jonah was gonna have a hard time. Jeez.
No, he fills you in on the intricacies and the art form of glass blowing, as well as its
Great.
applications in the real world.
I don't think that's what we're looking for, Saren.
Yeah.
What is his name was again?
Oren Glass.
Oh.
Nice.
Glass.
Dale exfoliating himself.
This-
are dragon love. 1, 2, 3.
I should have killed you all when I had a chance.
You love us.
I'd like to go back to studying my own.
Cool. Roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. Is anyone assisting you?
Dill.
Okay, Dill is assisting you. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
So,
I get a 17.
With a 17. Okay. Keep the 17 in mind. Keep the 14 in mind. For you, Saren, roll a d20 and add with advantage, because Vide's helping you. Add your intelligence modifier.
I cannot read common.
No.
And so I'm looking at pictures. Should I just roll
No,
Harsh.
I will not have you roll, as these are not picture books.
not even the glass blowing one?
You can. There are some illustrations. I will fill you in on what you see when we get there.
Should I roll then?
Are you assisting her?
Yeah, but
Okay, roll.
we could say she's assisting
I almost
you.
want to. Well, there's no way she can assist you, man.
She's
I'm
like
sorry.
flipping through the pages.
Yeah,
having
she
a
is
good
probably
time,
more of a
twirling.
detriment to you than
I'll
anything
probably
else.
start off trying to let her read it, and then just start reading it and act like she's helping me.
Kane, you can also roll a d20 and add your intelligence.
It's a 15.
I'm just being true to
15.
my character. She's not helping.
Remember that number.
Well learned soul.
6.
A 6?
The
Okay.
smartest of us all.
It's that dice. I've tried to use it like 5 times today, and it's always getting me over
Jeez.
Under
How have
9.
mine been doing for you? You're speed reading too much.
These
so
ones?
it's
These are mine. These are the ones I got
Starting
good
off
with. I just-
with Jonah,
I just put them there when you were looking.
I didn't notice.
the first part of your studies as you pick apart Tellus of Oste's book, it begins to talk about the intricacies of probability magic and its applications to multi near parallel dimensions. Otherwise kind of attributed to the colloquial term dunamancy. You begin learning about kind of where it came from, the applications that it's had throughout the years, and something in you roll a 14, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Something in particular that you kind of find interesting as you're reading through it, specifically about the near parallel dimensions, is something called the crossing, which is the closer, the tome talks about how the closer these parallel dimensions get, the more likely that they are to collide and then shift apart rapidly before they are almost magically drawn back together. In the form of some eldritch invocations in fighting techniques, some remnants of these ulterior timelines, as they collide, stay in your timeline before it branches off and goes back. Just fragments of them before they reconnect.
What eldritch invocations?
It's just flowery way of me saying that Eldritch Knights, Echo Knights are a thing.
Nice.
Additionally, you find an interesting kind of thread that you can begin to follow about various groups that have dedicated themselves to this application. With this, it's kind of not really a newer book, but it looks like it has been added upon with some notes and stuff, and you are able to find a section about the Order of the Ruined. It is very minuscule, but you are able to find references.
These are my people. These are the ones. I work for them. They're mine.
Continuing down through some other books, you find there is a larger pile about theoretical magics, as you have requested search for. There is a copy of Alteus Arcanus, which your group has kind of picked through before, as well as several personal studies done by the Avowed of Candlekeep. In particular, you find among these kind of dissertations of sorts. There is a few that there's one that's kind of talking about the probability that goes into spellcraft and the intricacies of it. There's one of a certain Avowed. It's more of a debate, really, but it's very one-sided, and it's kind of tearing apart some more crazed spellcrafters. You see the name Amos Dayton appear a couple of times, but it is almost complete slander. This one in particular.
Nice.
What a little bit.
Yeah, it's talking about how, and you can, as you're kind of going through, and you're like, wow, this is like, if you choose to kind of like read a little bit more, it is at the very end. It is cited by many years ago Tellus of Oste.
Oh, cool. Our girl.
Mm-hmm.
She hates him.
She is not a fan of Amos State.
Yeah. In particular, I think something that she says is, sorry, I'll pull it up in a second after I describe to you some other things.
I imagine Amos like. Never mind. I'll say.
Okay, cool.
No copyrights.
No copyrights. Sorry, I'm searching around for my thing. I have it here somewhere. And in your study for the next couple of hours, that is kind of the thread that you begin to follow. You begin to kind of glean a little bit more about the idea of probable realities and their clashing and connecting. But otherwise, you are temporarily kind of at a block for the day.
I kind of get it. All right.
Gosh, my brain is not working. I'm trying to find the notes on that thing in particular. The quote from the study that you found says, Dayton's arcane perversions are not recognized by the census of magical discoveries that we record in this city. The man himself isn't recorded as a registered practitioner of developmental magics or even defensive ones. Although he did study the art of abjuration, we strongly believe that technicality and prerequisites do not make someone like him qualified to tamper with the forces of nature and of the weave such as he does.
Gee.
It is
Not a fan
yeah.
of this thing.
No, it is. I mean the picture that Tellus is kind of painting in this is of a very wild, eccentric, dangerous spellcrafter. He has continually breached the boundaries of what is kind of considered to be safe spellcraft, and often uses his own or other life forces to empower his spells. So that goes even farther than the ways of necromancy.
Have you heard of this guy?
Let me see.
This Amos guy.
Amos.
Yeah. They have a lot to say about
May I
him.
make a history check?
Sure.
I got a 13 plus... Yeah, I got a 16.
It's not super ringing a bell, to be totally honest with you.
I'm afraid not.
I think, I don't know, I might need to find him. He seems to do a lot of the stuff that, the Order of the Ruined always studied people who went too far beyond the bounds of what other, spellcasters could do, and they got in trouble for that. And it seems like everybody hates this guy for doing just that. So, I don't know, maybe he knows something about if somebody were to try to peer into another dimension and have it explode on them, like maybe he'd know what would happen to them.
I suppose. Interesting.
Of your two's study, the first book, Vide, that you kind of pry from Saren's dangerously fast flipping hands as she's flipping through the pictures, looking at different calligraphied images of sprites and unicorns and various magical creatures.
Okay. This one looks like Tails.
Yeah. This book is titled The Pantheon of Fey Deities.
Oh, okay.
As you kind of read through it, what did you get again?
15.
Okay. In particular, there is a bookmarked section about the Summer Court, as per your request. Saren, you don't really learn anything more about the Summer Court that you didn't already know, but that the Summer Court, otherwise known as the Sealy Court, dwells in various places. The court itself kind of bounces between many locations, and is headed by Queen Titania, and loosely by her husband of sorts, King Oberon. The Sealy Court is split into two separate groups. There is the Inner Circle and the Outer Circle, and the Inner Circle is a close ring of 6 deities with many shared attributes. It is almost a family, a unit of sorts. Although typically chaotic, all are very loyal to Queen Titania, and less so to King Oberon, as he is kind of just a side piece almost, in addition to the monarchy. He's not really, he's not really recognized as a king so much as a self-proclaimed king of who quite knows. The members of the Inner Circle are Queen Titania, King Oberon, their son Dom, the patron god of satyrs and atomies, the Lord of Unicorns, their court jester, who is the patron of leprechauns, And one in particular that sticks out to you, which is additionally highlighted, is Verenestra, which
she
is...
gets excited when you read this to her, I'm assuming. It's like, I know her. Does it say my name?
Who is the daughter of Titania and the patroness of dryads, nymphs, and sylphs. In particular, about Verenestra, within the inner court, again, don't learn anything too much, and you even probably are correcting some of the information. But it talks a lot about how there are Faeborn nymphs, and then there are the arboreal nymphs, which are kind of the handmaidens of Verenestra, and therefore to Titania. It's almost an entourage of sorts. Titania surrounds herself by a lot of more fae and spiritual creatures to celebrate life and love and many good attributes. There's a little bit more on them and their activities, as well as their base of operations, which bounces back and forth between Arborea, Ysgard, and the Beastlands at Titania's own whim. And aside from that, there's not much more aside from the general information in that book.
I definitely am just telling random stories in Celestial to him at this point, like, oh, one time Verenestra and I went on this crazy party, and, you know, just like random stories that are probably distracting him from reading the rest of the book.
It's a little distracting at first, but then eventually you set it down and you're kind of like, yeah, that's very nice. As you start reading a tome on magical memory loss, which gives some very interesting kind of details into the spellcraft that goes behind the incantations and somatic components of higher level memory loss spells. There are everything from curses to enchantments. There's a lot of different ways, magically it seems, that someone could lose their memory. Some of the more interesting are, there's like some environmental effects of the Feywild, it seems, that kind of have you at a loss for what may have transpired there. And that is about all you get in the couple hours of study that we have for this first section. You're helping
Jonah. Is it okay if I ask for something specific, though? I mean,
you can, absolutely.
The idea is that he also is very interested in philosophy, being somebody who studies theology and acts like that. So he is looking for the metaphysics of parallel universes as well, trying to find philosophies that might have interacted with Echo Knights before, like if they were maybe an ancient type of philosophy around it.
As there's not so much ancient philosophies as Dunamancy and its application in particular is a more recent occurrence. Not terribly, but within the last century. It's really been recognized as an up-and-coming form of magic, although there have been the ideals of powerful wizards trying to change space-time, probability, parallel universes. All of these kind of themes have been thought about by powerful people for thousands of years. The metaphysics of parallel universes, as you kind of both find this similar thread in between two separate books, what you kind of manage to glean is the same kind of thing about the tangle and the crossing and the colliding of these parallel universes, and how the metaphysics of such really interact with each other on a strange what am I thinking of? Like elemental, not like elemental as in like fire, earth, water, but like as far as like the effects that it will have on like periodic elements and stuff. There's one kind of weird, interesting thing where someone was basically juggling like some lead back and forth between parallel universes until it transmuted into something new. And that's just kind of the only really interesting thread that you find about metaphysics of parallel.
Thank you.
For you, Kane, the book in particular that was given to you by Tellus is not titled, but upon opening is kind of a very large, what is it called? It's not like a dictionary. It is a
Thesaurus?
Encyclopedia.
Atlas?
Thank you.
Atlas?
It is an encyclopedia of relics that it looks like Tellus has put together herself. There are tons of things that you begin poring over, but there is the kind of like cross references at the bottom make it very confusing, but it is gargantuan. It is a hugely vast well of information, really. And you can begin poring over that if you want, before kind of shifting back over to some of the more general stuff that was given to you. This, because it is now yours on loan, is a... sorry, I'm pulling up your information sheet here. Yes. As you begin pouring a little bit more into lost civilizations and artifacts, what did you roll again?
5.
A 5?
Or a 6. 5 or 6.
Regardless, it was a low number. So although you begin kind of pouring over stuff, it is just so much information for you to kind of take in. You begin to read a lot about various ancient civilizations to the north in the Anurok and even past into the frozen north. There are many kind of losts in the forest of Corman Thor, and the relics that have been claimed as to be gifts from the gods or found in ancient ruins and such, but nothing that really particularly catches your eye or draws your attention towards. It is a lot of just kind of taking it all in, especially with the kind of achiness that you're still feeling from the day before. And for Dane, you do find a book titled Ancient Chult History and Mythology.
Nice.
There is a highlighted section about the general folklore of the city of Mesro, which you have requested study on. If I can just pull up those notes. So you are able to pick up quickly. So before its destruction during the Spell Plague, Mesra was one of the largest civilized populations centered in Chult. It's a holy place to many of the Chultians, and in particular some of the Tabaxi tribes that are found on that island, after being founded by the Chultan god Ubtao. It was... No one quite knows where Mesra was built, as it is the Lost City in particular. But it was rumored to have kind of served as a... kind of in the southern and western direction of the island itself, covered by the thick jungle.
Looking for all of these like rumors and stuff.
There are...
Just so I know what people are saying about it.
Right. It talks about locations in Mesro, famed amphitheaters and colleges and libraries and temples, as well as kind of the government that was reigning over it. It was a theocracy ruled by the Barai, which you see that term kind of listed a handful of times, which you come to figure out are the chosen of Ubtao. The Barai, as you kind of read in a little bit more, especially about the rumors of them, not much is known about them, but they were each granted powers by Ubtao, is kind of what the general idea of it is, and they lived forever, and there were always 7 of them. They're immortals there are 7 immortals.
Cool.
There are a couple of the there are a couple of names that just kind of stick out. There's Qualu, Mainau, Rosny.
Rosny? Oh, I know that man.
And in particular, it disappeared during the spell plague, never to be seen again. However, that has not stopped many treasure hunters and archaeologists and historians to try and search for it.
Alright, just checking up on the leading theories of where it might be, just to see what everyone's saying.
You find kind of 2 or 3. One of the leading theories is that it was swallowed by one of the mountains. But what kind of debunks that theory a little bit, kind of in your brain, is that according to kind of the legends, Mizra wouldn't have been anywhere near those mountains.
No, that's alright. You know, I'm like, someone thinks that it's near a mountain, I'm just gonna, that's the one I'll roll with.
Yep.
I close the book and I move on to my next thing of stuff.
Alrighty. Moving on to, you continue learning a little bit about ancient Yuan-Ti civilizations. There's a large kind of idea of mythological theology, almost, of this was written kind of from a third-person perspective on the Yuan-Ti culture, and specifically their different cults and factions and beliefs. There are cults of Dendar, the Night Serpent, who they basically just want to awaken and bring about this big old snake to eat the world.
Is there, I saw the name Rosny. Can I just study about that fellow, like, a lot?
You can. So upon, it takes a little bit of time, but upon request, as you first kind of come about it, you kind of have one of the Avowed come over and leave to go get some more information on Rosny. You can continue reading kind of in your book as you go back to it, that Rosny is an exiled member of the Barai. Sorry, pulling up those notes here. Rosny, the word Ros is an ancient Chultian word for duke. And so it is Duke Sni. Duke Ni, really, which is not as cool as Rosny.
Good stuff.
Sorry.
Well, needless to say, I learned a lot about Rosny, and I'm like, well, I suppose I studied everything I want to study, and then I go and look at and see what Jonan's studying.
Sure. You go over and you can see the similar kind of patterns that they've been doing, and you begin to kind of add your information to it as well.
I was just going to ask Jonah a question as Dane was walking over. Jonah, when your echo form comes to play, do you feel like there is a lack of something in you, or are you still completely yourself and there is some other totally different being?
I think I feel fine.
Do you lose any sort of anger or like any of that drift away from you?
No, it's not like I'm expelling anything. There is kind of like a tugging, like we're still connected, but I don't know, it's not... I guess the time that it's happened where it does go wrong is when I'm particularly, I don't know, under stress or enraged or something, but not every time. No, I mean, most of the time I can just, summon it and have it move kind of as if it were an extra set of limbs, but...
Interesting.
But, no, it doesn't feel like I'm expelling any frustration or anything.
Sure. Hi, Dan.
Oh, yes,
hey.
well,
Do you know this guy? This Amos fellow?
Amos
Dayton.
Dayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do not. Never heard of the man, but speaking of an extra pair of limbs, I've got an extra pair of eyes as well. What are we studying?
Oh. Yeah, hey, Dill.
How's it going?
We just been hitting up these books right here in particular. Got this whole list about this dude. Just learning about probability, multidimensional theory. I don't get a lot of it.
That sounds incredibly boring.
It is really a slog, but
I like it.
I mean, it's a little home-like, considering I've just been around it for a little while now. But
Saren, you found a picture of Vernestra.
And one time she showed up to a party and she took off her clothes and it was just crazy. You know, she's like that all the time. She was kind of the life of the party.
I would like to detect magic. V-Day is not completely present today.
Sure, yeah.
Yesterday took a lot out
Like
of him.
I'm
He
like
is
laying on the ground
struggling.
kicking my feet.
Because he's so exhausted, or because he like almost
Just
murdered
the whole
his friends?
everything. Yeah, that especially is really bugging him. Just having to make that decision to cut the chain, knowing most of you were probably underneath it. So he's just not. He's very paranoid. So I'm gonna detect magic and look just kind of at each of our stacks of books, and then also at the aqua book.
Okay.
The rattle
Yeah.
rattled me.
None of the books in particular are lighting up. There is a small button on the wall across from you that is lighting up, as well as the large apparatus behind you. You kind of look around and, jeez,
Mortifying.
Did you
so
do that?
sharp
Did you do it
and
better? Sorry. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
just-
sorry.
you just-
you
Turn
see
your
there are two other buttons kind of around three other buttons kind of around the room, in addition to the one across from you. It seems like there are ones across from each other, kind of crossing that room. But that is the only magic that you see, aside from the various kind of weaponry on your persons.
Okay, if it doesn't glow, then I will go check out the book again.
Okay. You walk up to the book. As you inspect its make a little bit more, it is kind of bound in several layers, I guess. The farthest most one being this kind of blue-green, kind of gray leather, and it has these heavy leather and metal kind of clasps surrounding the book. There are latches on each one of the clasps.
Should we crack this thing open and see what she thought was so important
I mean,
that
sure.
we needed to check it out?
I mean, sure. Is there anything special about it?
It's just strange. You said Tome of Cylinders?
The Book of
It's
Cylinders.
the Book of Cylinders, and it seems hollow. Like there's something in it.
Well, we do love books that hide secret little thingies in them.
Alright, this worked out well for us last time. And I'll clasp it and like...
You open it up and...
No.
Inside the book is a large kind of leather bag. It is a hollowed out book. But it appears that it's intentionally made that way. It wasn't once a book and then was hollowed out. It looks like the walls kind of surrounding this box were carved to look like pages. But on the inside are 3 wooden cylinders, each about a foot long, and a large kind of bag of dust. You're not quite sure.
Is any of this glowing?
Nope.
I want to touch a cylinder.
Seems more like a.
You pick it up.
Box. Than a book.
You kind of pick up and hold the cylinder a little bit. It's got these weird, kind of stubby little like symbols like protruding from it. It feels like they're just like these weird squash kind of elongated symbols that you can't quite make heads or tails of.
You guys seen anything like these before? Is there any writing on... Is it hollowed out to the edge, or is it like hollowed out and then...
Yeah,
like,
to
fake
to the edge. It's not, again, it is not a real book, so you can't make out any kind of writing on it or anything.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like an inscription that was
No.
explaining what this was or anything.
No, there is a bag full of this dried chalky powder that's kind of a tan gray in color. And these 3 cylinders in particular.
I know you make use of strange supplies. Have you seen anything like this powder?
How
You don't need to roll. You have seen this before. It is dried clay. Dry powdered clay.
What's nothing special about it, just clay.
Nope. Yeah. It's just the mineral composition of a natural clay.
You said the clubs are like wooden.
They're not clubs. They're just
Or the-
they're just cylinders. They're rods.
Do they have any writing on them?
No, they have symbols etched into them, but protruding from them.
Nice.
I crashed my music app again.
Oh no.
Do you have pictures of the cylinders?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm just a little confused on the visualization.
I will neglect to send them to you though, because then it will spoil the thing. So I will describe it a little bit more.
Okay.
Imagine a paper towel tube. Okay.
Done.
A paper towel roll.
Nailed it.
Got it.
Nice, I got it.
It's got kind of these caps on the end of it, making it so that way if you were to place it down, there would be a small gap if you were to roll it. And so, but then on each of the caps, there are these small kind of circular indentations almost, just in the same place.
Kind of
on
like the
top and on
Dragon
the bottom.
Warrior scroll holder.
Kind of like the Dragon Warrior scroll holder, yes.
I got you guys.
I
And
hate that, like,
pro-
that's what made it
That's
click for
perfect. Yeah,
me.
no, me too, actually. That's great.
You can see I was, like, squinting a little. I was
And
like,
then protruding from the center of it, so in between the caps,
Okay.
are just like these random, like, weird kind of chunks or like teeth almost. Not like teeth, but like,
But like,
you know,
kind of.
just
Teeth
like
and key.
there are things that are like sticking out all
Yeah.
over it.
Are they all the same? If I pick
No.
up another one and I compare it to the one that I just handed off,
Not at all.
I want to try and put them together.
They clunk, clunk, clunk. Don't quite go together.
Worth a shot.
Twist it around, try and like that's the I am a simple mind.
Well, I don't think a scary ghost is gonna come out of this one. Maybe we leave it
You don't
and
know.
ask for clarification
clunk.
tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe we just keep it around, and maybe it'll help us out. But I don't feel a need to delve too deeply into this right now.
I feel better knowing that this one's not evil.
Sure.
When they're kind of discussing, I'd like to talk to the person who, because there's a person who's kind of grabbing books for us, right? Or is
Yes.
it? Okay, yeah. Excuse me. Trying to be as quiet as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any books that train you how to throw beanbags?
We do have books on athletic forms.
I'll take it.
Okay, I can find
let it
you
go.
some stuff on that. I will be right back.
Thank you.
Yes, it
What are you guys
is
talking
my
about?
pleasure.
That's awesome.
Still hurts.
Grabs the third one and trying to like balance them all. I'm trying to shape them together. It's not working, but
It's not working at all. They're not locking together in any strange way.
throw them back in the box.
The only other thing I could think of, maybe like a stamp. You stick the clay. I don't want to mess with it. It seems
Maybe,
like
yeah. I
a
don't
mess
know.
waiting to happen.
It seems a little academic for my taste.
I'm not the
Do you have a
But-
question, JD?
I'd like to start searching for books about like prophecies.
Okay. There are no books up here in the loft.
I'd like to make requests.
You can make requests. All right. Is there any type of prophecies in particular that you're looking for, or
Yeah, like I'm looking for the ones
like
about like
general prophecy?
about like the so and so like
the so and so
like a chosen one kind of prophecy,
There's
like-
a lot of those ones.
right. So maybe to narrow it down, maybe like
That
a
would
kind
be
of-
helpful.
Kind of chosen one who's something about like shadows or something like that.
Chosen one of shadows,
Something
or
about
something like that.
like a shadow warrior chosen one.
The shadow chosen warrior.
Pick up
one.
the scroll.
I- something about something like that, but like keep it on the down low.
I can keep whatever you want on the down low.
All right. What's your name?
This guy's down
My name,
for
Yes.
it's Tehran.
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 Tehran. Yeah.
Tehran.
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 That's the Kyle of.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tehran, I would love it if you would fetch a lot of books like that.
I can sure as heck try.
In their original manuscripts, like original language, if you can. No translated.
That's a
copies.
little more interesting. Yeah, I can do a little bit of digging for you and see what I come up with. Okay.
Good.
I've met somebody who talks just like that.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
At some point, I want to go up to Dane, and I have taken a piece of paper from somewhere, probably a book, and if can I find a writing utensil anywhere?
Yeah, there are plenty of quills.
I
all
want to
around.
write pickle in Sylvan and show it to Dane and be like, "You can read this."
Yes. It says pickle.
Okay, but you couldn't read that.
Mm-mm. No, it's
Did you just pick up that invocation?
yes.
I was like, why haven't you used that before? You've had plenty of things you can't read.
You know, it's I felt like I like to be able to read things, and I thought about it so hard that I was able to. And if you try hard in your life, then you'll be able to do things like that too.
She's gonna start speaking to you very fluently in Sylvan. You don't speak Sylvan, do you?
I don't know, she's kind of talking pretty quick for me. It's been a little bit since I've stretched those.
It's like your
But
first
she just
language, dude.
talk-
Come on.
Listen, man, okay? We've been traveling back and forth a lot recently, okay?
Just try your hardest.
You wanted me to put your...
Just whisper in my ear.
Okay.
She's already been talking at this point, but she's simply repeating the same story that Vide walked away from. About Veronestra showing up nude to a nymph party.
Just nod your head and say, like, nice or something.
And then she showed up
Just say it
completely
like
naked to the
nice.
party, and it was really crazy.
You say it like this, and he tells you.
Nice.
You do understand.
I say it in Sylvan.
Dane understands.
With a really bad accent.
It's terrible.
She is convinced with that response that he heard the entire story. So now she thinks that
Yeah.
Dane can speak
As
Sylvan.
You're
As-
right. It was nice.
As you all, look up from your books and various research, giggling slightly at the display of your extravagant and bubbly friend talk to a increasingly awkward-looking Dane with with Dill whispering kind of into his ear. We will go ahead and end tonight's session.
We are the worst library goers.
Pick up books
No,
for
you
a
guys-
pickle.
You guys got some of the information that you need. You began your various threads to follow, and from here on out, we will kind of work together on any kind of information that you're trying to glean. You did not figure out the Book of Cylinders, but maybe that'll work out next time. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.